we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Live in conjunction with Lock TV and Raw Live Studios. It's the Dames Marvs Show. With Frankie J. And here's your host, Dames Marvs.
All these tricks we have. Look at the production value on this fucking show, dude.
Awesome.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding
balloons. I love balloons.
me? Are you kidding me, Frankie? I'm Dames Marvs. Welcome to the Dames Marvs Show. This is episode 4. Can you believe it? We made it all week last week, and we showed up again to start this week.
We're here.
I got Frankie J. How you doing this morning?
Well, this afternoon for me, I'm doing good. Got some steroids earlier,
guess
so I
it's
feel
this afternoon here.
fantastic.
Why do you look like a high school football coach?
Because I want to be one.
Is that going to happen? Are you going to do
Probably
that?
not. No, I mean I could. Probably not though.
You look like a fucking high school football coach.
I'm representing my Buffalo Sabres that are playing some good hockey right now.
You know what I'm representing right now? Fucking Cracker Barrel, dude. We're gonna have to talk about. Do you remember the Cracker Barrel dilemma of 2025?
No, I've
Are you
only
aware of
eaten
what
a Cracker
happened?
Barrel once.
Are you aware of what happened in 2025 with Cracker Barrel?
No.
Well, I'll tell you. They changed their logo to get rid of the cracker. And then, well, have you ever been to a Cracker Barrel before, Frankie?
Once in my life.
So you know that they have like a general store
Yes.
attached to it. It's kind of a weird thing.
They sell
But
pies.
then you go in, and you go into the general store. You're seated from the mouth of the restaurant into like an old country dining room.
Yep.
With a bunch of other people. I don't think there are any booths. It's just tables everywhere. Maybe there are some booths. I don't really know. But apparently they changed the entire aesthetic of the inside of the building.
Real? Oh, because of the
And
whole.
they basically whitewashed it and made it just like, they took out all the country stylings.
Huh.
They didn't change a damn thing on their menu, I don't think. So it was kind of weird for people to go there and they're like, you've lost that old fashioned feeling. And they had to change it back. They had to add the cracker guy back. And when we were in crisis mode, I was like, I need that hat, because once that hat goes extinct, you're not going to ever find it again. But all for naught.
Go to eBay.
Yeah, I think Becky bought this for me on eBay
I want a hat.
as a gift for my birthday. And here, all for nothing, Cracker Barrel was saved by, it was some
That band Uncle Cracker?
some liberal weird lady was like, we need to change Cracker Barrel. And, I'm a liberal, so I can say that openly, that she was in the wrong. Some things you just don't change,
Yeah, don't fix it if it ain't broken.
Fuck with the barrel of crackers, man.
They do, though.
Anyway, I do want to, before
Can
we
I
move on.
interrupt real quick?
Yeah, you're not interrupting. Say what you want to say.
To those of you, we want to thank everybody that's here live already. If you could do us a real big solid and like and share this, that would be fantastic. We do appreciate it. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and X, formerly known as Twitter. It should be Twitter again. And if you feel at any time during the show you want to join in, drop a comment wherever you will be watching. We will be able to address those as they come in. Thank you. That's all.
You know what I hate more than anything on this show? Technical difficulties, bro. Like, nothing drives me more bonkers than technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Like, right now, I tried to pull up a photo, right?
Yep.
Of the Cracker Barrel.
Yep.
And my fucking screen is frozen on... I can't see anything we're doing. And it's a complete distraction. I don't know how long it's going to last. Okay, it went away. So let's try this again.
Could be your internet.
yeah. So this is what we wanted. This is what we wanted to see when we go to Cracker Barrel, ladies and gentlemen.
Stop making me hungry.
I know, right?
Jeez, I haven't eaten yet today.
They just have quality like breakfast items. I don't know if it's all breakfast, but I think that's all I've ever gotten there.
Wow.
Anyway, enough about the Cracker Barrel. All is well. I'm
cracker.
repping him. Frankie's repping whatever high school he will be coaching next year. We do have a guest today. He's going to be coming in shortly, but we got to talk about some birthdays first. Do you know, Frankie, who this is?
Rob Zombie.
I thought you were going to say Chewbacca. I'm glad you said Rob Zombie because that is Rob Zombie. He's 60 years old today.
Wow.
Did you know he's a film director?
Yes,
also?
I did. Yep, I did know that.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I like some of his songs.
Thunder Kiss 65, I think, is my favorite. And then there's Dragula.
Yeah, that one's awesome. If we didn't get copyrighted, I'd play that sucker.
Down with the ditches and slam with
Yeah.
slam in the back of my Dragula.
If you read the lyrics of that song, there's
Oh yes, to be clear, those lyrics I sang were not correct. I don't know what it is, but I think Frankie's right. Check it out. Are you using this as a personal message board to get a hold of me? Really? Check your Snapchat. Okay, fine.
Yeah, right,
I'll mention
it.
it. Lisa Marie Presley died today, several years ago. That's from the crowd. I did not research this. Could be a lie. If it is, I apologize. But happy birthday. You're 60 years old, Rob Zombie. Here's to another 60.
I got the lyrics, by the way.
Go for it. Give me some of it.
Dead, I am the one, exterminating sun, skipping through the trees, strangling the breeze. Dead, I am the sky, watching angels cry, while they slowly turn, conquering the worm. Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches. I'll stop there.
Slam in the back of my Dracula.
Dead, I am the pool.
That's badass, dude. I kind of wanted you to. I was kind of hoping you'd sing it because
I have.
You don't really need a voice. You just go. Dead I am the man, the man. That's all you got to do. All right, happy birthday, buddy. You're 60. Do you know who this is by chance?
No, but I'd like to.
That is Sporty Spice. Melanie Chisholm, or Mel C, from the band Spice Girls. She is 52, Frank.
Man, Pink might have some competition.
52. She does seem like she's physically fit, does she not?
I mean, yeah.
Happy birthday, Mel C.
I'm into the physically fit.
How about that? How about this?
That is a dude that needs to go to the barber.
He needs to... he's an electrician.
Yeah, well, figures.
This is Zach De La Roca of
Not
the
hiring
band,
him.
Of the band. What band is he in?
I don't know.
Rage Against the Machines.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
He is the lead singer of Rage Against the Machines.
Sweet.
56 years young.
Happy
Zach De
friggin'
La
birthday.
Roca.
Good for you.
Happy birthday, sir. All right. It's Raekwon from Wu-Tang Clan. His picture took a shit on me. So
That's okay.
Raekwon, happy birthday.
Happy perf.
He's also
birthday.
56. He's also 56. And Wu-Tang
go.
Clan's awesome, by the way.
I've never been a
you're
fan.
going to like this one.
Oh, I love this guy.
This is Shock Jock Howard Stern, 72. Do you believe he's 72 years old today?
Is he really?
That's kooky, dude.
Yeah, he's you know what though? He is a pioneer, and he started a huge, just a huge thing when he went on the air at WNBC.
Dude, many would argue that podcasting would not exist
without him.
this man.
He was willing to throw his nuts out there and just do it, and he did it. when I mean he just the movie Private Parts is one of my favorites still. Maybe I'll review that one later.
Yeah, definitely, because the wife was hot, right?
Well, that and yeah, yeah.
I know, Deb's 72. Do you believe it? That's crazy. He looks not a day over 71.
Well, he probably dyes his hair.
Do you know who this goofy bastard is? Look at his eyes. Fucking weirdo.
I almost said Austin Powers, but it's definitely not.
Dr. Evil.
Oh, wait, is he from Star Trek?
No, it's not Patrick Stewart.
Is he
It's
the
not the
poster
Monopoly
boy for,
guy.
Is he the poster boy for chemotherapy?
This guy, I'll give you a hint. This guy makes it possible for you to get anything that you want within 2 days.
Oh, he's the founder of Amazon.
That's right. That's Jeff Bezos. He
Yeah,
is
he's
62 years old today. I don't know. I kind of hate him, but I also love what Amazon is able to do. I mean, seriously, if I'm like, dude, I really need some Rolos, and I don't want to go to fucking the corner store,
Oh, those were so
I
good.
can get Rolos within like 8 hours on my door.
Those are awesome.
Amazon. It's crazy shit, dude. All right, I got one more for you. And I love this cat. Do you know who this guy is?
Yeah, he's from Chicago Med, from the show The Bear.
Yeah, he looks like Roger Ebert right there. But he also looks like he could play Harry Carey in a movie tomorrow.
Yep.
Doesn't he look like he could play Harry Carey? That's
he's
Oliver Platt. He's 66 years old.
Happy birthday,
Oliver
Oliver
Platt's
Platt.
awesome. Happy birthday, Oliver Platt.
Great actor.
Great actor. Fantastic actor. Frankie, you know what we're going to talk about later on today, but I just want to kind of blow this one up a little bit. Think about this, folks. 1995, today,
Really?
January 12th,
Huh.
his trial started. So we'll talk about that
Sweet.
a little bit later. But O.J. Simpson, fuck you. It's not your birthday. It's not your death day. You're dead now.
Yeah.
But still, fuck you.
We're gonna do this.
Gong! All
Peace
right.
out.
Frankie, did you watch the Golden Globes last night?
I did not.
I know. I knew that already. It's my understanding that you barely watched the football games.
Yeah, I couldn't keep my eyes open except for the random text messages coming through that would wake me up, and then I go back to sleep. But no, I was sleepy yesterday.
Me too. I thought the Packers were gonna win. Fell asleep at halftime, and then I woke up dreaming that Seattle was going to be playing the Packers, only to discover that it was going to be either San Francisco or the Rams, because the fucking Bears, the hapless Bears,
Yep.
were able to overcome the shit.
Did you hear about the 0.2 second handshake of Ben
Yeah,
Johnson
but
with
can I
LaFleur?
tell you a story about that, Frankie, before we bring up our guest?
Yeah.
I heard about it, and then I went looking for it on the internet,
Yeah.
and the video I found was accidentally an AI video
He
where they
punched
do
him?
the handshake, and then LaFleur is turning away, and Ben Johnson drop kicks him and kicks him to the ground, and then punches the other coach in the face. And I was like, "What?" And I had to realize that was not the real version. Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, let's talk about. There's so much to talk about today. Happy Monday to everybody joining us.
Is it Monday already?
Yes, last Monday was epic. We had like over 100 people
Yeah.
watching when the show
Share this
concluded,
shit out, people.
right? Yeah, so share it out. Get it out. Let's get it out. Let's get it out to all the people. Let's get 200 today. Why not? The guest today. I'm going to tell the people what I told you last night, Frankie. And that was a revelation, because I never said this before. I don't know how much time I have left on this planet. And I'm not saying that as if I know that I'm going to die anytime soon. But here's the deal, folks. I wanted to do this show as a timepiece for anybody that ever cared about anything that I have going on in my life, and I wanted to talk to people that I know over the course of or have known over the course of my life, or people that I would want to talk to. So the guests are always going to be somebody that they don't necessarily have to be doing anything at all. I mean, you could be a housewife, and if I've known you, I want to have you on the show because we've always got stuff to talk about. Me and Frankie just bullshat for 16 minutes while our guest has been waiting to come on the show.
Yeah.
And it went by like that, did it not?
It was pretty damn quick.
Crazy.
Felt like about 13
so,
minutes.
When I'm gone, I want these episodes to be up for not only anyone that ever wanted to know anything. I'll tell every story that I have over the course of this show, but my kid especially. She can go back and watch these shows and be like, that was my dad, dude.
Aww.
Just being my dad. And that shit's important to me, so I appreciate Frankie, I appreciate you for providing the studio to do this. I don't know if I want to give that credit because you guys, this studio that we're in, it costs money. It costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
To have this monthly, studio that we use often.
Yes.
And I don't know that I could afford it without Frankie J. And that's not why he's on the show. He's on the show because he's proven time and time again that he is a glutton for the punishment that we dole out here.
Well, and let's not bullshit. I am a good person. I just have bad moments.
Well, yeah, that's hey, you can say that. I'll back you up on that. How about that? I'll back you up during the course of this program. But let's bring up our guest. Ben Shrewsbury has been with me on a lot of things and a lot of different times. Ben, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I was laughing listening to Frankie talk about Jeff Bezos and Howard Stern.
I mean, Frankie's hilarious. Is he
I
not?
mean, who else can you say got a woman to... Never mind.
Okay.
Are you talking about Bezos or...
Yeah, probably. He could be talking about either one of them, honestly.
Who are you talking about, Frankie?
My bucket
Yeah,
list.
which one?
Remember when you're a good person that just does bad things? Go ahead and finish your
Go ahead and do bad things.
I'm just referencing the movie.
Again, are you talking about Bezos?
To sit on the speaker. To sit on the...
Well, that was actually pretty sweet. That actually happened. That was epic. No, the scene where they had to put all the newspaper over the windows because there was a kielbasa involved.
Oh, yeah. Deep throat of kielbasa. We should...
What?
I should have had a photo
I pulled
of that.
one out of my freezer today because I'm hungry to eat later.
Are you gonna replicate that scene for us?
Hell no.
I hope not.
I'm not that guy. I'm sure you'll
All
tell
right,
me how
Ben.
it is.
Ben, I didn't really give you a proper introduction, so why don't you why do we care who you are?
You probably don't, to be honest with you. Look, I've hosted Two Marks on this channel for I don't know how long. We've been on a bit of a hiatus. That's coming back probably today because my email finally works again and I can send Damon files. Which I was not able to do last week, despite the fact that we recorded a show that is now irrelevant. But I've been with Lock 22 for a long time. Damon's only fired me 3 times, yet I still show up for work every time. I'm like that one guy on that movie that I can't remember the name of where they fired him, but he just kept showing up for work.
Oh,
Wasn't
Office Space.
Yeah, and then there was an episode of Seinfeld where Kramer just went in to work and never got hired. he just went to work.
No, I got hired. I just got fired 3 times, and I still show up for work. And
then they went to fire him because he was doing a shitty job, and he's like, "You actually don't pay me." He's like, "Well, I guess you can keep doing it because your shitty performance for free is better than nobody doing anything for money." So, anyway, Ben Shrewsbury, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
It's good to see you, my friend. See, you brought it up. He was started out season 4 of NFL with us, and it quickly became clear to me that he just hated football, or he didn't like what was going on with the show. And I called him, and I'm like, Ben, what? You got to stop. You got to get off the show. And he's like, yeah, thank you. And I'm like, why didn't you just tell me, Ben? Do you still hate football?
I never hated football. I hate the NFL. There is a giant difference.
There is. Because college football, and Frankie doesn't even watch college football, right, Frankie?
No.
It is a different game completely. But I want to ask you this, Ben, since you're talking about it now. Are you at all like concerned with the direction of college football with the NIL portal?
Yes.
It's horrible.
Yes. They need to fix this immediately. I have a lot of takes on the portal. They need to. It is the wild, wild west. They need to clean up shop. There needs to be an adult in the room immediately. Stop talking about expanding the playoffs. Start talking about fixing the portal. Look,
yeah.
I was fine, and I'm in the minority on this. I was fine with the 14 playoff
I hated it.
because I knew the transfer portal was coming, and I knew the 12-team playoff would be one giant distraction for exactly what's going on right now, which is the wild, wild west of the transfer portal. Nobody knowing what the hell's going on. It is.
Does that mean though, Ben, that there's no way to have both?
There is a way to have both, but I think they needed to focus on one rather than the other. They could have expanded the playoff in 2 years once they figured the portal out.
Yeah, I mean but the problem was they tried to solve everything at once. Frankie, just to bring you up to speed a little bit, right now, what's going on in college football is now that the teams once the teams have lost, all of the good players.
Well, they don't even have to lose first.
Well, yeah, that's true. All of the good players and coaches are just signing up for different teams. Like it's like a free for all. It's like if somebody gives you a scholarship for 4 years to Ohio State, you go there 1 year, and then your coach gets fired or goes to another place, or somebody gives you more money, you just jump ship out of Ohio State and go to that university instead.
It would be like if Josh Allen went to the Bills, but then middle of a playoff run decided, I think the Texans will give me more money. And then he just signed with Houston.
Yeah, it's like here's the best example. Damon Williams, the Washington quarterback, he was a true freshman this year. He signed a contract with Washington to come back next year as a sophomore to play quarterback, and immediately entered the portal after signing. And they're like, dude, you just signed with Washington. So I think what happened is another college was like, we'll give you the moon, and you're making a mistake going to Washington. You'll never be drafted first, blah, blah, blah. As if Washington hasn't had quarterbacks drafted before. Like,
do you want to know the rumor as to what happened there? And
please,
I don't have any intel on this. I just know what I've read. The rumor is it was Lane Kiffin that was trying to get him, and Lane Kiffin is known for telling people to walk out on contracts. So it wouldn't at all surprise me if it was Lane Kiffin telling him, come to LSU. It wouldn't surprise me because Lane Kiffin's a bastard. I hate Lane Kiffin.
Frankie, I think you even hate Lane Kiffin. Because you were talking to me about him before, because you asked me what happened with Ole Miss and LSU. And I was like, yeah, he just decided that he'd probably have a better recruiting class going to LSU instead of Ole Miss.
Even though Ole Miss's recruiting class ranks above LSU's this year.
I just remember the scene of him getting on the airplane and people, I think, borderline throwing rocks at him.
Yeah, that's what it was. You asked me why everyone was mad at him. And I was like, well.
This is not the first time he's had an incident on the tarmac, by the way.
It's okay.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, so go ahead and tell me.
When he was head coach of the Raiders, Al Davis famously fired him on a tarmac.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Al Davis had yellow teeth.
Yeah, he did.
Al Davis was not
a lot of Super Bowls.
He looked like the Crypt Keeper, if I'm being honest with you.
He pretty much was the Crypt Keeper.
I feel like I need to pull up photos of all these people.
Well, his son isn't much better. His son looks like
his
he gets a child molester haircut.
He does. He has the worst.
Are the Raiders the worst run organization potentially in all of sports?
In all of sports?
No.
Who is? I mean, who would be your choice?
They're the top three, certainly. I mean, it's like them.
Well, it used to be Washington. under Schneider. He's the worst.
Well,
owner.
yes, but he was awful, and he got run out of town. Thankfully,
The worst
the
one
Phoenix,
was
the Phoenix
Jets.
Suns. I think you could have argued they were before Ishbia came in and fixed it a little bit.
What about the Jets?
Oh, absolutely. Woody Johnson has no clue what he's doing.
You know what's funny, Frankie? I was going to tell you this later on. But today, January 12th, 1969, the Jets won the Super Bowl.
Jeez, Joe Namath,
Super Bowl 3, yeah. It was
the famous finger wave against the Colts,
16-7, I believe was the final score, and it was against the Baltimore Colts and Broadway Joe Namath.
That
Guaranteed it.
game sounds like it was a snore fest at 16-7. Oh my
MVP.
gosh.
He guaranteed it.
He did. He guaranteed it, and then that's legendary. That's like Babe Ruth calling the shot,
Yeah.
right?
Should
When
I
is
just say I
draft day?
guarantee the Bills win the Super Bowl this year?
If a Super Bowl was 16-7 in the modern day, everybody would call it one of the most boring Super Bowls in history. We do realize that, right?
Yeah.
There's no comparison, Ben.
I'm getting some information here for.
Yeah.
All right, the draft this year, the NFL draft, is April 23rd, 24th, and 25th in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Did they move that? I feel like they did. Because I don't remember them announcing that was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I could have sworn it was
feel
going to be
like-
in Nashville again.
Well,
It was in Detroit last year.
Yeah.
yeah,
But they were-
No, it was in Kansas City.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay.
It was
in
Detroit the year before, then
prior.
Kansas City, and now it's Pittsburgh.
I could have swore they were going back to Nashville.
April 23rd, 24th, 25th.
Because
And I'm
Roger
sure
loves
that-
Nashville.
Sure that
Roger
Frankie-
Goodell loves the city of Nashville. He doesn't shut up about it.
I'm sure that Frankie and I will be doing something for the draft.
That's a
probably
long
while
way.
Are you guys going to go to Pittsburgh?
A
No,
long ways
You should.
away. I could die tomorrow.
You should.
I like Pittsburgh actually. I like the city, man. I like the food choices there are incredible.
I have never been there. I have no comment.
You know what? I've always thought, since you're saying that, and I don't know if you feel this way, so I'm not trying to pin that on you. But before I went to Pittsburgh, I was always like thought that it was like a dirty, scummy, just shithole of a city. And I went there, and it was quite the contrary. It was the most beautiful, epic.
I've never thought it was dirty. I thought it looked cool. Do either of you watch The Pit?
Nope.
That show's really good. Chat, does anyone here watch The Pit? Back
The
me up on
Pit.
this. It's on HBO
Well,
Max.
it won awards last night at the Golden Globes, so
Why are we talking about the Golden Globes?
why wouldn't we? I'm a movie critic, you dumbass.
Okay, that's fair, but
Here's why
Insert
here's why
much.
we would talk about the Golden Globes. All right, it's actually the first major award show that kind of sets the tone of what to expect. Now there's a litany of shows between the Golden Globes and the Oscars that all will help determine who wins the Oscar, which everyone knows is the big award. But if you want to talk about prestige, the Golden Globes are actually voted on by your peers. Same with the Actors Guild Awards, which are now just called the Actor Awards. So yeah, that's why we talk about it. It's the first indicator of
who
what
won like
to look
best
out.
film of the year last night? I don't even know who won anything.
Well, it depends on the category because there's a comedy musical, and then there's a drama. Hamnet won the drama, and I believe that the what was the other one? The other one was the P.T. Anderson film.
Last year felt like a bad year for blockbuster movies. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's not been great the last couple of years for film. I've been on top of it the last 2 years more than any other previous years just because of what I do now. Like, when the nominees came out, I was like, I've already seen every movie that's been nominated, which is very rare for most people. And it was very rare for me before the last 2 years. I would have to go back and watch all the different things, but
I haven't seen any of them, I don't think.
I bet that's true. I mean, and Frankie's just now getting into reviewing films, and I set him up
love
with a Letterboxd account. And since we're on it, let's just talk about it. I pulled up one of his reviews just because I like to check and see what he's doing. I'll let Frankie. You're good with me throwing this out there and letting the people.
I'm not helping you with this
Let
one.
the
No.
people speak. He reviewed Brokeback Mountain. He gave it 1 star. And he says, my girlfriend at the time promised me this was an awesome movie. She wasn't lying until she was. When the tent scene came up, I was disturbed enough to turn it off and never turned back. Good cast, good storyline, just not my thing. It broke my spirits.
Broke Spirit Mountain?
I pointed out to him that I felt that was a little homophobic.
No,
He says no.
I would
Claims that he
tend
doesn't
to
have
agree.
a problem with gay people.
I don't.
And that's okay. But my argument would be the fact that you were so disturbed by it that you had to turn it off. That kind of makes it a little homophobic.
You got to remember, Dames.
Go ahead.
This happened back in like 2010.
You're right. Back in 2010, homophobia was a little more permissible than it is today.
Yeah, I mean, I got other reviews on there if you want to pull a couple up that are actually really good, like my Dirty Dancing one, or
Well, this is the one I really wanted to showcase.
I mean, show that I'm not completely heartless.
No, and I never said you're heartless. Come on now.
Why isn't it?
I thought this was something that needed to be addressed so that
Wow, the hearts ran away from you, Frankie.
because good.
Peace out.
This is just the example of a good guy doing a bad thing.
Yep.
Okay. But here's what I appreciate, Frankie. As much and I don't know if you can see my comment below. This is really small print. I just kind of got it for context. But I say, the movie shelf with Dames Marvs says, "You already know what I think. I could not disagree more." That was my response.
I would love to break the tie here. I haven't seen the movie.
Okay. Well,
Well, you have to watch it. It's an
go
awesome
watch
movie.
it and then come back next time you're on the show. We'll talk about it.
Has anybody out there seen Brokeback Mountain? Drop us a comment. And let us know what you thought about it.
Yeah,
Please
if,
break this tie.
If you
'cause
turned it off because there was gay sex, are you homophobic or not? Let us know in the comments.
We're not settling this on a YouTube chat. Absolutely not. No.
Well, gay sex and a 10 when you're ranching, it's just made it over the top, man.
Well, and I think you were bothered because it was 2 actors that you really liked.
Yeah, I couldn't look at. Yeah, I mean, I'm over it now.
I don't think you are.
For a while, though, I was
I don't
like,
think you are.
both
girl-
idiots. Okay.
bad girlfriend, bad girlfriend.
Anyway.
Oh. No, look, here's the thing, Frankie, and I know that you're not mad at me for bringing this up, but I don't want you to change it. I want you to always be you, and that's why that's really, if you were trying to do like what I do with the movie reviews, I would not be interested at all. The only reason I go to your movie reviews is because they're fucking hilarious. Unintentionally hilarious.
I don't think I've seen a movie from the last 2 years. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I got my latest review that I put up, and I just speak from the heart, man. Yeah, I do got one of those. Can I read it?
Yeah.
No,
please.
Never mind. Okay, so this is from the movie The Blind Side. To those of you who haven't seen The Blind Side, with Sandra Bullock, it's a true story about an NFL football player. Anyways, this was a fantastic movie filled with different emotions throughout. Although the rumors are the storyline isn't accurate, it doesn't make a difference to me. Sandra Bullock is amazingly sexy and awesome in this film. I won't lie when I tell you I shed a tear when Big Mike went to her for the real hug when he was going to college. The movie is a definite must-see for anybody that likes true stories.
What movie is that?
The Blind Side.
You know what's interesting about that movie? It kind of caused a controversy because
Yes, it
That
did.
movie's kind of aged poorly.
Well, there was
Michael
lawsuits
Oher
and
was
everything.
like,
Yeah,
that's not
how it went.
at all. He's like, first of all, they made me kind of retarded, and I hate using that word, but he said it, so I'm gonna. He's like, they made me seem retarded, and he's like, I was not like the worst student in the world. Sure, I needed help like with some things, but he. I mean, and if you watch that movie, you would think, man, whoever this is about, that guy's probably not happy with the way they're depicting him.
Well, I watched the movie, and I can sit here with confidence and say I didn't feel that they treated him as if he was slow. I feel as if they treated him as if he was quiet and trying to get him out of his shell. I never would have imagined the word retarded, honestly.
Fair enough.
He was quiet, scared, protective of himself.
I've only seen the movie once, and it was like 10 years ago.
You know what? I saw it in the theater, and I immediately loved it because when they talk about drafting a quarterback, they say the first thing you need is some insurance. And who did they show in that? They showed Matt Hasselbeck, and then they moved directly to Walter Jones, who, in my opinion, Hall of Famer, Seattle, number 71, jersey's hanging right there. And to me, he's the greatest left tackle that ever played.
Speaking of Matt Hasselbeck, because I was thinking about this the other day. You guys are the 1 seed. The only times you've ever had the 1 seed, it's only happened 3 times. With Hasselbeck, and what was that, 06 when you lost to the Steelers?
Don't do that.
The first time he won the Super Bowl with Russ.
Here, I'll give it to you. This is just real quick. In 2005, the Seahawks won 13 games. Pope Benedict the 16th was elected Pope. Seahawks go.
Why does that matter?
I'll get there. Seahawks go to the Super Bowl. 2013, Pope, the one before this one. What was his name?
I don't know.
Who was
Francis.
after Pope Francis? Pope Francis.
How did I know that?
I don't know. You're not a
weird.
religious man at all.
No.
I have brought it up before. Pope Francis was
I'm becoming
elected by the
religious,
conclave. Seattle won 13 games, went to the Super Bowl. Pope Leo elected.
They draft
2025.
popes now? That's super cool.
2025, he's elected Pope. Seattle
They should have
won
draft
13
popes.
games. Are they going to the Super Bowl?
Seattle? I would have to think so.
I don't. Come on now.
Your defense is insane, and I trust Sam Darnold more than I did when he was with the Vikings.
Well, all right. I'll take it.
You're a weird.
Although,
dude.
might he shit his pants? Who are you guys playing next week? San Francisco?
Yeah.
I mean, they pulled it out of their ass last night, but that Philadelphia team sucks.
San Francisco
So-
scored 3 points on us, bro. I ain't worried about in their building. I ain't worried about them coming to Seattle.
They're also injured to high hell.
Yeah, I mean that's been the story all year. Unfortunately, I'll tell you this right now, if they were fully healthy, they'd be my favorite for the Super Bowl. With all the players that are gone for them, Bosa and
They
Warner
have half a
alone,
roster missing. It's unbelievable.
Bosa and Warner alone, and then Ayuk and Kittle now gone. Like, come on, dude. They got nothing.
And
Pearsall
Purdy was gone for about half the year, and they
and
still.
Pearsall.
Although I don't think Brock Purdy's very good. I don't know what you
Dude, the only player that's actually stayed healthy all year is McCaffrey, and that's rare.
He's the one we thought was gonna. We said this on NFL. We were like, oh, the Niners look good. Let's see how long McCaffrey stays healthy. Turns out it was everybody else who couldn't stay healthy. And McCaffrey's fine.
Literally everybody else. Even Trent Williams, the left tackle, went down for a couple of games.
And that guy never gets hurt.
Good God. Anyway, Frankie, yes. That movie, The Blind Side, it is one of the better football movies that you can watch. And it's a great story. Uplifting. Tim McGraw plays a Taco Bell mogul in that movie.
Wait, change the subject. Can I ask Frankie something really quick? I haven't gotten to talk to you since the Bills absolutely fumbled the division. How are you doing with that, not winning the division this year?
Doesn't bother me. Not worried about that. The division is not the Super Bowl.
There's a lot of people that wanted McDermott fired for losing the division.
Well, everyone wants
internet.
McDermott fired after he loses the game. It's every year. It's a repetitive thing. It's the bandwagon fans.
Well, Frankie, we got to talk about this because I know that there is somebody on your team that you would pay somebody to remove.
Oh, for sure.
Who's
Who's that?
Our offensive coordinator, I hope that he gets a head coaching position somewhere because he's awful. Worst offensive coordinator in history.
Can we talk about Matt LaFleur for a second, too? Speaking of might get fired, like today. Like, he might get fired during the show.
I don't think he will. I think the last thing I read
Why would
is
they
they're
fire
they're
him?
looking at a way to extend him beyond this year.
Yeah, why would they fire him?
Well, because it came out last week that he was one of because there's probably going to be another firing this week. Like, just to be
There's
real,
probably going to be a few.
We're already at 8 occupancies, guys.
there's going to be like one or two more. Like Tomlin might go, LaFleur might go. Like, if they don't get an extension with LaFleur, Ed Policy's already said that they're going to let him go. They're not going to have a lame duck situation. So, Tom Pelissero on Rich Eisen's show last week said that the market value on Matt LaFleur right now is $14 to $15 million a year. Will the Packers pay that, a historically cheap franchise? No.
That's way too much, dude.
I mean, that's what a top of the market head coach is getting now, and that is how LaFleur is seen around the NFL. I'm just telling you, if the Packers don't give them to him, somebody will.
Did you guys? Here's the. Since we're talking coaches, do you suppose that Baltimore is really upset that they let Mike McDonald go to Seattle?
Yes.
No.
I think they are.
Dude, I've been on the fan boards, and they're like, "That was the dumbest thing we've ever done. We should have let them take Harbaugh, and then we take McDonald for the head coach."
Well, okay. Do you want to know my theory on that whole thing? I have a conspiracy theory on that.
Go for it.
Oh, boy.
I want you to put your tinfoil hats on.
Nope.
I'm wearing Cracker Barrel. That's as good as it gets.
Is it possible that part of what went into the John Harbaugh firing was him not trying harder to keep Mike McDonald in the building?
Ooh, why is that a conspiracy theory? I think that's actually good intel. Like, what do you do though? What do you do? The guy is destined. He had the number one defense in football when Seattle came knocking. What do you do? Like, and is it his responsibility? I would think the GM would be the one that would offer. He can't be like,
Harbaugh
Mike,
had a lot of lateral power in Baltimore as a result of the fact that he'd been there for so long.
Sure.
So it may have been his responsibility when in a normal situation it would not have been.
That's true. I don't know the particulars of that.
Yeah, but if the
did you
guy
guys
gets
know-
offered a head coaching position, why would he? He's not going to let John Harbaugh tell him he can't go. He's going to go become a head coach. John Harbaugh has only got so much influence. He can't just say, "No, you're not going. I own you." It's not the way it works.
I mean, that's a good point too.
You make a point. I don't know. The way this McDonald move has worked out for what Dame's expected it to be versus what it actually has been is like two very different things.
Yeah, it really is.
Because James thought he was going to get fired in a year, and that has not happened.
Well, I didn't think that. You don't win 10 games and get fired. I mean, and he didn't really have control of the roster. So when the whole roster got jettisoned the second year, they sent Gino, DK, Lockett, all of those guys just boom, 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 gone. That wasn't McDonald. That was John Schneider, who has now been there like 20 years and is probably executive of the year.
Who, if this gamble didn't pay off where he jettisoned half his roster, probably does get fired.
That's a good chance.
But the gamble paid off. You won 14 games, and who cares?
This is the last thing that we'll talk about on coaches. But what if Baltimore? And I'm asking you guys. I can't really answer this because there's no amount that I would trade for Mike McDonald to be gone. If you were Baltimore, and I don't know if the world knows this, you can trade your head coach. You can trade your head coach just like you would a player. Now the coach has to agree to the trade, but what would you offer now that you've let Harbaugh go? What would you offer to Seattle to get Mike McDonald back? I'm really curious.
They're not going to be able to get him back.
Oh, it's not a scenario that would ever. I mean, there's no way.
They could offer him 4 first-round picks, and I think Seattle would still say no.
Yeah, 4 first-round picks and Lamar Jackson, and they still say no.
Now, do you want to know who?
That's crazy, though. By the way,
do you want to know who I think they might actually try to trade for? Kevin O'Connell, and I wouldn't be surprised because a couple teams tried it last year. And
I would like to see that more. Frankie, how about you? Would you like to see head coaches be traded like players?
I just want to go to the Super Bowl this year.
And I think you might, by the way.
I hope you do, man. I have no.
I mean, I'm not on to next year because I'm not worried about next year yet.
There's one team that I think might be able to beat you, Frankie, and they're not in your conference. So,
Well, that means that they might have to play them in the Super Bowl, right?
But I don't think the team that could beat them is making the Super Bowl. So,
well, who do you think could beat them?
I think with the way they're playing right now, I don't think they're getting past Seattle. First of all, I don't think they have a chance. But if the Niners got there, I think they could beat Buffalo. I don't think the Niners can get there.
Huh. Niners and Buffalo.
I don't think the Niners can get there because I don't think the Niners have enough juice left in the tank. But with the way they're playing right now, they could beat just about anybody. They're not going to win in Seattle, though. They just went to Seattle
Frankie,
2
I'll
weeks
say
ago.
this. If Buffalo is in the Super Bowl against San Francisco, I'll buy a jersey, I'll buy a blanket, I'll buy fucking tickets.
Well, that would be O.J. Simpson's ultimate dream. He used to wear
Crushed.
the half and half jacket, half San Fran, half Bills. He always wished for a San Fran Buffalo Super Bowl.
Well, it's not going to happen this year because I don't think the Niners have enough juice.
I hate them.
Speaking of teams that don't have enough juice to go anywhere, that Buffalo team is going to shred Denver on whatever day they play this week.
All right, we're done talking about football.
Hey, James, checked out this comment we got.
Yeah, there's people talking all kinds of shit in the fucking...
Damon, can we talk about baseball instead?
Yeah. Yeah, I dare you.
My crappy team hiring Derek Shelton again?
I dare you. Dude, when we said talk about baseball, I was hoping it wouldn't be the Twins.
Oh, we're going to talk about the Mariners. Trust me, I have a lot to say there.
All right. Are the Twins going to get rid of... it's my understanding that the Twins still want to sell the team, but they can't have any assets to do it. So they're going to have to get rid of,
that is incorrect
Buxton.
at this time.
They're going to have to get rid of Buxton. I double dog dare you, Becky. Do a show. I'll watch it. Put it on the same time as ours, actually.
Then you can't watch it.
Exactly.
You literally couldn't. You would be here.
Exactly. And so would everybody else.
You can pay and use my studio.
And so would everybody else. They'd still be here.
I just want to point out that the Twins are no longer looking to sell. They just got minority investment, including from the owner of the Wild, Craig Leopold. Nice weed, buddy.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Including the owner of the Wild, Craig Leopold, who I think ends up buying the team. I think Craig Leopold buying this minority share is just a gateway for him to buy the entire team. He's expressed interest in owning another team in the state forever. This is just
fine, but is this somebody that you're gonna want that's gonna invest money in building
Craig
a
Leopold
roster?
spends money. That's one thing you can say about him. He spends money and a lot of it, and he doesn't like to lose, so I'd be okay with it.
All right. Let's transition for a minute. And I don't mean from men to women. I mean, let's
Brokeback
transition.
Mountain 2.0 over here.
I mean,
jeez.
Let's talk about Ben Games.
What?
Ben Games. I don't know
You
why
mean
that's
my dead
funny.
stream channel?
I don't know why that's so funny, but
You mean my dead streaming? You mean my dead streaming channel? I'm ignoring Frankie. My dead streaming channel, you mean?
yeah, I didn't know it was dead.
Well, it's not dead. I just haven't streamed in a while.
Unalive.
Joke.
It's dead. It got killed.
Man.
It got killed.
Frankie, I think he's trying to do a promo spot. Shut the fuck up.
Whoa, dude! Did you see that?
It's raining. That's awesome. Why don't I
All
give
right.
it a thumbs down? It sucks.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
yeah.
Pissed on Frankie too.
Pissed on Frankie too. That's a statement that you made on this show.
So what's going on with Ben Games? Why are you not doing these things that you dreamed of, Ben?
Well, let's see. I've got other shit to do.
Got
Make money.
commercials.
So Ben Games doesn't make money. It never made money, so you just quit doing it?
Oh, it made money. It just didn't make enough money for me to keep the lights on.
So we don't. So there's no talking about gaming, because here's what I was gonna say. Frankie and I don't game. We don't know anything about it. So,
Mhm.
in the interest of like learning something, I thought maybe you could tell us a little bit about the gaming experience, what makes it
Well,
attractive
I
to
can tell you the
people,
industry's
what's
in the
it like?
tank. The industry's in the tank.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you said that about the NFL, and I just don't believe that either. So, are you
No,
full of
no,
shit, or
there's
is
a
it really
reason the games industry's in the tank, though.
okay? Tell
Like
me.
a very pointable reason.
Tell me.
The tariffs have made hardware go up in price. Every
Okay,
console has gone up from $500 to $700 now, depending on which console it is.
that's fair.
PC parts are through the moon. So even if you wanted to buy a gaming PC, good luck finding RAM for under $1,100, pal. It's just really hard right now. I mean, my computer needs an upgrade, and I can't do anything because I could show you some RAM prices right now, and I think you'd probably cry. Um,
Yeah.
I'm serious. Like everything is just so expensive right now. DDR5 RAM is through the moon, especially for anything decent.
I didn't even think about that. So okay, so tell me about like what is the big deal with gaming? Why is it such a beloved hobby?
It's $1 billion with a B
And
industry for a reason.
why are people willing to sit down and watch somebody play a video game? That blows my mind, dude.
It's most of the time it's not about the game. Most of the time it's about the community that forms around it. The game is just there most of the time, and it's what brings the people together, and then the community kind of forms around it. It's streaming has taken off the way it has, and Amazon has gotten involved the way they have, despite my frustrations with their involvement, because it's a community driven thing. Video games have always been community driven, even going back to the NES days when people would sit in their mother's basements and play the NES until 3 a.m. and drink. What was a popular drink in 1986? Somebody?
Zima.
And drink Zimas until 4 a.m.
Now it's Fago, right?
What?
I got some
There's an
information here on the gaming industry, if I may.
Yeah, I mean, because honestly, Frankie, thank you, because I am trying to get information. I know nothing.
And this isn't to combat. This is just to rebuttal. The gaming industry isn't diving off a cliff, but it is undergoing a significant course correction, or
The hardware is in the
it says
tank.
after a pandemic boom, shifting from rapid growth to a more challenging, value-driven market with increased cost, studio layoffs, and intense competition for mobile/short form content, leading to more cautious spending, focus on live services, and a reevaluation of big AAA game development. Though
The focu-
overall,
Can I say something?
Just wait,
well,
let
me
him finish.
Though the overall market size remains large and resilient with new hardware and strong social trends.
Well, part of that is correct, but the live service thing is what has put us in this kind of rebuild spot that we're in.
All right, that's what I want to know. Let's say you have everything that you need for your computer. I'm assuming games, they're just downloads, right? So you don't need the hardware for that. It's just a download. So the games should be still relatively the same price. Tell me now.
No, games
About
have gone
the
up in
live-
price. They went from 60 to 70 fairly
All right,
recently.
games are always going to go up in price.
They
but
always go up every year.
talk about what the actual issue is now, other than getting the materials.
Live service games, which is basically, let's say you buy a game. NBA 2K is a great example, and it's something Damon will understand because it's probably a game he's played in his life. NBA 2K, they have you buy the game for $70 to $100, depending on which version you buy. People that spend $100 on 2K blow my mind. And make me want to blow my mind out of my head. Anyway,
Unalive it.
yeah.
This guy just go ahead.
Anyway, so you spend $70 to $100 on the game, and then if you want to play what's called My Career or My Player or My Team, you need to spend additional money because those games are what we call pay to win. Because 2K has decided to go the live service route in so many ways, even though they say they're not a live service game. But I could say my eyes aren't blue, but you could look at them and tell they are. I mean, come on. I could tell you my shirt's purple. And what color's my shirt, Frankie?
Purple.
Gray.
Sorry, I'm just being a typical American and just believing what someone tells me that I see.
It looks gray.
See, Frankie's right.
It looks
as
gray
usual.
to me. It looks gray or green.
Uh-oh.
It's gray.
All right, yeah, gray.
It's
Anyway,
grain.
It's grain. I'm wearing grain. Very good, Frankie. That was funny. Anyway, so what's chipping away at the market is the switch to live service. This other example I have is a game that didn't last very long. It's called Concord. Concord was a live service game that Sony tried to push out that, I shit you not, was online for a week. And Sony pulled the plug after spending $100 million on it because it didn't make any money. It made $1 million in 2 weeks.
Ooh. Ouch. So I have a story for you, Ben. You brought up the NBA game, and Frankie, you're going to like this too, because you kind of know a little bit about me at this point. And anybody that's watching that knows anything about me will think this is hilarious. I bought NBA 2K22, whatever the game for 2022 was, and I played the shit out of it. I did my career, where I started at Notre Dame.
Did you
I got
spend
drafted.
any money on it?
I got drafted by the Utah Jazz. I played out my contract with Utah, and I requested a trade to the Portland Trailblazers, who are my team. I moved to the Trailblazers, and I was like 6 seasons in, and just like was crushing every fucking record. I was doing blocks. First of all, I was like 7'3" in the game, right? And I was like so into this, like getting through every season, and I was gonna finish my career with like breaking every statistical record in the history of the NBA. And I fell asleep playing a game, and I accidentally, in my sleep, retired.
That's awesome.
In the middle of my career, I fucking retired.
They wouldn't take you back?
No, dude, I tried so hard. I was like, I don't know what the control was, like rolled underneath me, and like I rolled over it to while I was sleeping, to the point of retiring. I woke up and they were like, "Congratulations on a great career," and I was like, "What?" And I retired on accident by rolling over the controller in my sleep.
Should have went to the Wizards.
Frankie, do you like basketball? Off-topic question.
Not really, no. I mean, I'll watch like probably some Olympic basketball, but I'm not a basketball fan. I'm from Buffalo. We didn't have basketsball. We didn't have a Major League Baseball team. We have hockey and football. So
Yeah, but you have New York. You have the Knicks, dude.
That's downstate.
He doesn't claim downstate New York, remember?
Yeah, I'm in the North Country now, but I'm still Buffalonian at heart.
Remember, he does not claim New York City by any means.
No, I mean that's fair. When you live in the Adirondack Mountains, it's pretty much the exact opposite of.
I live with hillbillies and inbreds.
It's pretty much the exact opposite of New York City.
But you're not a hillbilly or an inbred, to my knowledge.
No, I'm actually. I got a couple friends I made up here, and they're very knowledgeable of the area. But I live in a town of 1,300 people.
He's got a friend across the hall.
Yeah, she's unique.
So you guys, we've talked about this on the show before. Frankie's neighbor constantly is slamming the door when she leaves, which is
68 times a day.
68 times a day. So Frankie made a little sign for her earlier today because she's what is she, Jehovah Witness? What is she?
She's a Jehovah Witness, and
Oh,
I
God.
want to be serious to start because I'm not heartless, as many may think.
I mean, you are.
He's
but
about
so
to do
am
a
I.
bad thing, guys.
She's got some significant mental health issues. She's in her 50s. She talks like she's 9 or 10. She says really bizarre things. She called me a pagan. I don't know what the hell that means. She tries to recite Bible verses. She claims that she's dating Elon Musk. She begs for food. She'll go outside when it's -10 in spandex shorts, flip-flops, and a totally clear see-through white t-shirt, sit there and smoke whatever. She's very, very bizarre woman. So I decided I'm going to make a sign. Well, I made the sign already. I'm going to hang this on my door. And this is the sign I made.
Jeez. Says the unreligious guy.
No, but he's very clear here. Jesus loves you. Okay? He's being very clear here. He's not saying Jesus loves me.
Jesus hates me and God gave up. That's how I
Right.
put it.
If my life
Is that on the
any
back of
proof-
the sign? Is that for you on the back?
No. Not yet. I might put it on there.
Let's. So that sign will go up later today, Frankie.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of it.
And yeah, we'll put a picture up of the sign on your door on Wednesday's show. Let's talk about Wednesday's show real quick, and then we'll get to making people share it because we're here an hour in. We're talking now with Ben Shrewsbury, and we got with me always is Frankie J. Frankie, I don't know. Wednesday's guest is interesting because he and I do not get along
Oh, no.
at all.
This is crazy.
So
This sounds like
I
a
don't
bad idea. I'm just
Even
gonna be
though
honest.
it's a terrible idea, but I don't. What's his last name? I don't know how to pronounce it.
It'll be fine.
What's his name, please?
Werzeniak.
Todd Werzeniak.
Yes.
All right, yeah, he's our guest, and it'll be
So-
cordial, guys. Like we'll probably disagree on some things, but
So
we will try and be cordial.
can I ask a question? I'm raising my hand like I'm fucking 12 in a classroom trying to ask a
You
question.
do have little baby hands. It looks weird to me. Go ahead.
Well, you don't have to say about small hands.
I can leave, you know. Anyway,
Don't do
Again?
that.
Yeah. Oh no. Go ahead. What were you?
anyway, why book a guest you don't get along? I get it from one perspective. The views are going to be great. But why book a guest you don't get along with?
That's a great question. Because I can get along with him.
Okay.
We don't agree on anything. I literally will probably say anything outside of a few football opinions that we can agree on.
Oh, I'll interrupt.
Go
They
ahead.
can talk football, and they get along in that way. But when they go outside of the bubble of football or the scope of football is where things get real hairy.
And so, I mean, yeah, we'll talk a little bit of football on Wednesday, I'm sure, because, you know, we then have 2 other football shows to get through that day.
Jeez,
So
Wednesday's
we'll
been
try
a
and
long
stay
day.
as off that topic as we possibly can.
Wait, 2 football shows?
Yeah, we got NFL, and then Frankie has True NFL as the nightcap. So, yeah, full
Well, I
day
know
for
about
Frankie.
NFL, but-
Full day for Frankie on Wednesday. Actually, full day for you have the fullest day, Frankie, because you're on all 3 shows.
Yes.
But you set yourself up for that, and I appreciate the fact that you'll be there. But here's the thing, guys: if we can't at least try and have a dialogue with people that we don't agree with, like, what's the point? Like, we live in the
No,
same
I agree with
country.
you on that. I just I don't know if I
Well,
would care.
well, let me fully answer your question, Ben, because as I stated at the beginning of this show, I am in a position where I want to make shows that will last forever, and my kid can go back and watch this, or anybody can go back and watch this after I'm gone and say, these are the true things that he believed in, and these are the true people that he knew and was surrounded by at the times of these recordings. And then some guests like will come through, like I reviewed a movie and the cinematographer of that movie reached out to me and we're now setting up an interview. That's amazing to me, and that's just something that's always happened in my life. And I kind of want to have that documented on something like this so that once I'm gone, it'll be on YouTube for eternity for people to be like, all right, that was that guy. And Frankie J has agreed to be part of it. He's agreed to let us use the Raw Live studio to do it. And I couldn't be more grateful. So that hopefully
Yeah, this setup
answers-
is great.
Hopefully answers.
This setup is great. Shout out to Frankie on that one.
Yeah, I mean, he came through and he's like, yeah, I will let you do that. And I'm like, rad.
Can I say something that will probably be funny now, but wasn't funny then?
Sure.
Like, okay, so for the longest time, and we can talk about this now because it's history at this point. For the longest time, I just thought Frankie hated me, and I still kind of do. Which he's laughing, so he does think it's funny, which is good. Laughter is good. So full dialogue here. I forgot what I was going to say. That happens sometimes, folks, when you're live on the internet.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
I'm less religious than you are, motherfucker. Shut up. Anyway, whatever I was saying there. But I also thought Damon hated me for a while, so that was entertaining.
Yeah.
That's happened 3 times.
I think let me I want Frankie to answer this, but I want to tell you with the NFL thing, like Frankie called me and he was like, "What's that guy's deal? He fucking hates football. Why is he on your football show?" And I honestly, Ben, I had been thinking it, but I was not ever going to do anything about it and I was like, it does kind of make me a little bit not resentful on the show, but it makes me defensive. A little bit
but
defensive.
you both think I hate football. That isn't the case.
I know, but you were not happy at something in the show, whether it was football or being on the show or having to comment on it. Like there was something wrong, and I just didn't. I would never have addressed it if he wouldn't have been like, you know, this guy, what's going on, and it was never a hate thing. But I will let Frankie address your comment there.
Full transparency, by the way, me and Frankie have not talked since I left NFL. Like that's a shoot.
No, the way I'm a straight shooting sort of guy, and I'm sure some people out there listening know that by now. No, I had called Dames after a couple of weeks or a few weeks, and I just said I don't know him very well, and so far it just seems to me that he's not interested, nor does he have any excitement to talk about the NFL. I'm curious as to why he wants to be on this show. And then there was a comment that you made that made me call. This is actually the comment that made me call Dames, where you said, "Unfortunately, I will be here next week for you, Dames." And that's when I called Dames and said, that comment kind of threw me for a loop. And no, and it wasn't a hate thing. It was more of like I was more like curious, like, why does he do an NFL show if he hates the NFL? It just, to me, I thought maybe it was a gimmick at first, but it just kind of,
well, it was half and half.
Well, I'm answering your question. It just seemed to me that it wasn't a gimmick that was going to go anywhere because you legitimately hated the NFL, and it was making me feel awkward because I'm excited. I love the NFL, despite what people may feel about the rigged games or whatever. This is my time of year, and I was really excited to be part of it. That was it. There was never the word hate. It was nothing like that.
My problem with the NFL goes back a long way that I'm not going to get into right now because it's more complicated than it should be.
Okay, well, let James finish because I was kind of laying it over to him.
And then so, when I called Ben, I called you and I was like, Ben. And you answer right away. You always answer right away. Even if we haven't talked in a long time and you feel like I might be mad at you, you always answer right away.
Would you put that sign down, please?
Which I love. I love you as much as Jesus does. And
what?
I do, but here's the thing. Since I don't think Jesus exists, how much do I really love you?
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, wait a second. Me and you have talked about this before. Hang on. I have an objection here.
Not to go off topic, but I did fill out an application 2 years ago for a couple of hot girls were advertising the Church of Latter-day Saints, and I put my name and phone number and everything in there, and they never called me. Still mad about that. But anyways, go ahead.
The Latter-day
Do you think the hot girls would have been the ones to call you, or do you think some guy in his 80s would have been the one to call you? Because I would bet on the latter.
I was hoping the girls.
Yeah, Frankie's like, sure, I'll sign up. Show me where to sign up. And they immediately left and they're like,
dummy.
Nope. They're like, nope. We're not letting that guy get anywhere near us again.
Frankie, I have a question. Were you intoxicated when this interaction happened?
No.
No, I seriously was looking for some sort of spiritual guidance, and I'm like,
What?
He was looking for them to spiritually guide his wiener into their vagina.
I also was interested in the satanic church that what's her face has.
What is happening here?
No, hear me out, and I'm not. It was what the hell was it? Her name? She's on Instagram. Blackmore is her last name, and she was actually kicked out of this satanic worshiping church. But when you listen to a lot of their beliefs and stuff, aside from their weird services they have where they drink blood and all that weird nonsense, they're not too far off from Christianity. But I've given up.
Frankie, it looks like I mean, I don't think this comment applies. I don't think this comment applies.
The one below it.
I don't think this comment applies to what you think it applies to.
Jax Blackmore.
But you can make it. You can make it that way. All right. Wow. So. Yeah. Steve Joyner.
Is he a Mormon?
Maybe.
Was he what?
Is he a Mormon?
I just remember the show Big Love.
Actually, I think he
thought
was
that
Jewish,
sweet.
like completely unrelated. But
Who are you? The one that I think you're the one that set me up with Steve Joyner.
no, I'm not. He set us up.
How did he reach out? How did he find me? How did I find him?
I don't know how you two found each other. I actually never found that out. I tried to ask him one time, and he changed the subject quicker than you change
All right,
your
so
opinion
this
on
would
me.
have been what, 3 years ago? 3
More
years
than-
ago, Frankie.
5 years ago, Damon.
Okay, I don't know that that's true, but apparently 5 years ago, Frankie and everyone,
4 or 5 years ago.
I had a publicist. His name was Steve Joyner, out of Kansas City, and he introduced me to Larry Hankins,
Yep.
who was in every fucking thing ever. He was in Breaking Bad. He was in Friends, 6 episodes of Friends. He was in, he was in a movie, that Alcatraz movie with Clint Eastwood. This guy was just he was in that movie with Adam Sandler, Billy Madison, he was in. I mean, the guy's resume is ridiculous, and he was one of the greatest interviews that I've ever had. Anyway, he hooked me up with like 10 people like that before he asked me for a cent. He's like, here's the contact information for so-and-so. And then after I had I was like, do you want any money for, like, do you want like a finder's fee for any? He's like, no. And after I had used all of this resources, he then says, I want you to hire me as your publicist for a monthly fee. And I'm like, I work a regular job. I don't know what you think I am or how much money you think I have or what my podcast following was, which was like maybe even a quarter of what it is now. And it's still not like record breaking by any stretch of the imagination. I wasn't making a cent off of the internet. Like, it was all coming from my regular job. And I was like, Steve, you already gave me every client on your list to interview, and I've gone through the interview. And I offered you money along the way, and you didn't ever take it. And now you want me to pay you a monthly fee for what?
Here was the bizarre thing, though. He always said that wasn't all he had.
Whatever. He
But-
gave us all the same people. Who else did he have?
Well, okay. So
It was an amazing roster of people. Don't get me wrong, guys. Like, it was phenomenal, and it led
was
me to
top
find
heavy,
other
though.
people.
He was
the
warming
roster
me
was
up.
the roster was very top heavy. But if we're grading it like a sports roster, it was top heavy, but it was good. He had some wrestlers, most of which couldn't stand him. Which, for as much of a carny fuck as he was, I'm a little surprised they couldn't stand him. Anyway, so this guy, I met like 100 people through this guy. Okay. I kept like 2 of them. Because
we met through him, I think.
yeah, you're one I kept. because I don't dislike you.
You should do
Yet.
hearts.
Yeah, heart.
No, like I met a lot of good people through him. I met my longtime freelance client through him that I still work for now, so I'm not going to say his name because why would I? But I still work for the guy. A couple other clients I got through him, including a couple that I've interviewed on this channel when we still did Shrewsbury, which I'd like to do again. I've already talked to Damon about that. That's a little peek behind the curtain for you. But when I still did that, a couple of the people that I had on were through him there because I just kept in contact with them. But yeah, he was a total slime bag. Anyway,
Dude, this guy,
sucked.
this guy's a guy that I was like, he's such a skis ball that you would never want to. You're like, I never want to meet this guy in person. Well, one day, I'm at a Kansas City Royals game, Royals Mariners, and I'm posting pictures at the stadium on my Facebook account. And then my phone buzzes, and it's Steve Joyner, and he goes,
This is such a weird story.
"Are you at the Royals game?"
Stalker.
I'm like, "Yeah, I am." He goes, "Oh yeah, I saw that on Facebook." And then 10 minutes later, dude walks into my section.
What?
In the Royals Stadium. He's got a Kansas City Royals helmet upside down filled with shredded or pulled pork nachos.
Didn't you say those were really good too?
They were, and it was like, I want to say it was like $18. And he's like,
Like,
"Here you go."
You should have done a food review on this,
He
honestly.
goes, client benefit. And he hands me this fucking helmet full of pulled pork nachos. And he's like, "Let's get a picture for." And so we took a picture, and he had it posted up like I was somebody. It was cool, dude. It was really kind of cool. Like, he's like, "Here you go," and like took a picture like I was like one of the celebrities that he knows, and he posted it on his page.
I have
then-
a funny story for you about that picture that just came back to my brain.
Go ahead.
It actually involves this picture, I promise. When he was telling me about you, he's like, "Go look on my Facebook. There's pictures of me and him on there." And it was literally just that one. And I would think it was like 3 days before that Royals game had happened or whatever. But this guy was freaking obsessed with Facebook, by the way, like unrelated.
He was.
Like just totally freaking obsessed. He was the strangest human being I've met. And I've met a lot of strange human beings. I mean, I've met Frankie J, for goodness sake. Like, come on.
This is the weirdest part, though, Frankie. Dude calls me crying because I don't even remember, something with his ex-wife happened.
Was it at 2:00 in the morning like it usually was?
No, it was late, but it wasn't like 2 a.m. But like,
It's usually when he called me.
like, you're my publicist. I'm paying you a monthly fee, and you call me when you have like a problem with your ex. Like, what am I gonna do? It was just, the relationship became so weird that I was like, I'm almost scared of what's gonna happen when I tell him that I'm cutting off his $100 a month. Literally, he started out with like he needed like $800 a month, and I was like,
Jeez.
"You're never gonna get that from me, dude." I was like, "I already got everything, all of your resources." I'm like, "I feel terrible that I haven't paid you anything, but I literally tried to pay you for those services, and then you disappeared, and now you want $800 a month." I'm like, I don't have that to spare. He's like, "Well, what could you spare?" I was like, 15
$20.
I was like, I could, you're a Canva subscription to me, bro. Like, that's about what I can afford. And he's like, "Well, how about 100?" And I was like, "You know what? He's given me a lot of clients. I'll keep him on for 3 months. And then after I paid him $300 in 3 months, skadoosh." I think I paid him for 5 months, and then he got all weird and was like calling me all the time, like with all of his problems.
I don't even think it was 5 months, dude, because remember me and you had a conversation. It was like the third conversation me and Damon ever had, like I think ever. And I was like, "Hey, so I think we should get rid of Steve."
Yeah, I remember you saying that because I didn't even know you.
Yeah,
you're like, I'm getting rid of Steve. You should do it too. That's what you said. I was like,
yeah, and I told you that. I told a bunch of other people that, including
Yeah.
some people who don't necessarily like me anymore, but
Frankie,
like,
have you ever had a stage 4 clinger in your life?
Um, yeah, maybe.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a guy. It could be a girl too, but like just
Yeah.
someone that's like, go away, like go away.
Yeah, I've had that happen, but I've been able to. Well, it was a girl I tried to date back in the day, and it was like a scary movie. I wanted to go out and ride my bike Harley by myself with the guys the one night, and there used to be this music thing every Thursday night downtown Buffalo called Thursday in the Square Thursday. They'd have bands and stuff. And I ditched out on her, and I'm down there, and all of a sudden I turn around, and she's about 100 yards away, leaning up against the beer tent, staring at me. Like,
Whoa.
wah, 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 wah. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah, and she'd show up in front of my house and call me and say I'm out front, and just, yeah. She was stage 5 clinger.
She went single white female.
I mean, it was probably worse than that, to be honest. She was quite
look, I've had some friends that have done some weird shit like that. Like, they obviously aren't my friends anymore, that would just like show up at my house. And I'm just like, dude, what? Just like, why are you here?
Okay, like, what are you doing?
Like,
All right.
there are some people that can show up at my house unannounced and I don't care. Like, there are certain people that I allow to do that, but unless I give you express written permission, don't do that.
All right, Ben.
Yeah.
Do you know what state this is?
That's a state, that's for sure.
It is. It's one of the 50.
Yeah.
Frankie, anybody in the comments? Any of the 39 people?
If I could see anything around it, that would help.
Well, I'm sure it would, but that's not. That's why we do this. It's not to make you feel stupid. It's just a thing.
Is
we
that-
do here.
Is that no? That's not Nevada. It's too
No,
small.
No, it's not Nevada. Frankie,
Wait.
you got a guess?
Indiana?
It is
That's a good
Indiana.
guess.
It's
That's a good guess.
Indiana.
It's the first one I got right.
That's what a good old Google.
That,
search can do
by
for
the
you.
way, Indiana probably going to win the national title in college football.
Well, that's why I
Probably.
got it up here.
They're playing
I think
the Ohio State, aren't they?
he
They're
just
playing Miami.
Ben just came up with a little tabulation of why these I pull certain states. They're relevant in some way or another.
I got to bring
Well-
this comment up because it's confusing me. Tell me what this is.
No, the sisters. Damn it!
Tell me about
That was from like when we were talking about the Latter-day Saints thing.
Oh, shit. You can give me
Oh.
some sisters? Oh, okay. That's a back channel talk.
Yeah, can you take care of that for me too?
Leave me out of this.
I like some brain. I like a good brainwash every once in a while.
Yeah.
One, I don't want to get brainwashed, and two,
Brain
never
scrub.
mind.
All right.
Nothing wrong with the brain
Dude.
scrub.
Again, we're here with Ben Shrewsbury from Two Marks and a Spark. He does this with Uncle Russ, who was our first guest. Before I get into like just the absolute chicanery of the show, let's talk about your Two Marks and a Spark, what this is, when it started, what it means to you, when we're going to get it back on track. And
This started as a joke, by the way.
how do you
this
feel about
entire-
Uncle Russ?
I love Uncle Russ to death. I mean that. I like, even if I wasn't doing this show anymore, like, let's just say the show just, not even for a bad reason necessarily, let's just say the show ended tomorrow, I'd still be friends with Uncle Russ. That's for real. Like, he's a good dude. Damon introduced us, and like, yeah, we've been doing this for a long time. Now, this show started as a joke, as so many good things do. It was the middle of the pandemic. It was 2020. Me and my now roommate, Bryce, were sitting in his small one-bedroom apartment, drunk out of our minds on New Year's Eve. I'm not even kidding. This is how it happened. And I said, hey, Bryce, we could do a wrestling show better than some of these marks on the internet. And
Okay,
he's like, again, we're both drunk out of our minds.
dude, I
He's
have a similar story once you're done here.
He's like, I think you're right. And a month later,
2 marks and a spark.
now Bryce had some work commitments that eventually led to him leaving the show. The show goes on a long pause for a while. I tried to do it on my own. I was working with Steve Joyner at the time, so I was doing interviews a lot of the time, and I think that's how.
Fucking Steve Joyner. God damn.
I'm gonna call
See
him
how
today.
these stories all connect? See how the stories all
Yeah.
connect?
It's
See how it all
funny.
comes together?
I'm gonna call him today.
I think I still have his number if you want it.
Well, we
Say
thought he
Ben
was
is-
dead.
Ben's like-
Frankie,
Ben
we
was-
thought me and Ben thought he was dead. Actually,
I still
Yeah.
think he's dead.
I doubt
I
it.
think he passed away because he was having like he went and had a heart attack. He called me from the hospital once.
Uh-oh.
Anyway,
But anyway, back to your 2 marks. And then you
anyway,
got-
so after I finish all these interviews, I'm not even fully with Lock 22 yet at this point. I was going to be, but we hadn't figured out how yet. And me and Damon, like 6 months go by with 2 marks kind of just being in the freeze. That's what I called it. I don't know why. And Damon calls me one night, and it was late, which Damon calling me late at night was not an unusual thing back then, nor is it now. Damon calls me at like 11 o'clock at night on like a Thursday and just says, I have an idea. And whenever Damon calls me and says he has an idea, it's usually not a good thing. Usually you can smell it, the smoke coming out of his ears from like 100 miles away. Anyway, he's like, I have an idea. And I was like, oh no. I was like, what? He's like, you want to do 2 marks and a spark again? And I said, yeah. I never really wanted to stop. What do you got? He's like, so I've got an uncle. And I said, uh-oh. I think I legitimately said to you, oh no.
I go, he's like 110.
I said,
I don't
okay.
know that you guys will have anything in common, but you both watch the shit out of wrestling.
And my first question to you was, what is the longevity of this program?
I was like,
You're like, I don't fucking know, dude.
I'm like, I think he was doing a comic book segment for me. Like,
He was doing a short
Russ's
segment.
comic talk or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was a very short segment, and it was like interluded into something else at this point. And you thought he was hilarious, and I ended up agreeing with you. So anyway, Damon sets up this meeting, and I shit you not, I almost didn't go. Fun fact, like funny story, I almost just said forget it because I was actually kind of not loving wrestling at the time. And I almost just said forget it because my passion for wrestling was going. Had nothing to do with Russ. Well, anyway, I go to this thing halfway begrudgingly and halfway out of respect for Damon. You know,
Halfway. Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, Frankie, you halfway respect me, right?
I mean,
That's a quarter.
I fully respect you, but like half my reason for going to this meeting was I respected you at the time. And
Gotcha.
so I show up and I'm thinking this isn't going to go anywhere. And then everybody gets there finally. And then me and Russ hit it off fucking immediately. And I was like, okay, maybe never mind. Maybe never mind on the whole, this isn't going to work. Fast forward 3 or 4 years, whatever it's been. And we're still here. Me and Russ still get along. We still work together best we can. And yeah, I'm actually in the process of getting Damon this week's episode right now. Hopefully it'll be up later today.
Yeah, and what is that episode, like 198 or something?
Something insane like that.
Something crazy like.
And that's not even
almost
counting the episodes I did before either. That's
Yeah.
just counting the episodes
That's
with
just
me
him
and
and
Russ.
Russ. They're in 200 episodes in. It's nuts.
And me and Bryce were in like 100 deep on top of that.
Question for everybody, Frankie. This for us. This is going to be weird because we're not wrestling fans, but I know that you're aware of wrestling in the 80s and 90s.
yeah.
I'll ask you first. Who is your favorite wrestler of all time?
Oh, Hulk Hogan, hands down.
Hulk Hogan. All right.
a
He was
Hulkamaniac.
classic. It didn't really end that well for him, but
it did not.
He is very classic. I'm gonna go with Ultimate Warrior. That Ultimate Warrior Hulk Hogan match was
Didn't really end well for him either.
no. I think his heart exploded later on.
Well, when you
Is
do
that how he
No,
died?
do you want to know how? Do you want to hear the cryptic shit of this? So he goes on Raw the night before he dies. I'm not even kidding.
Whoa.
And he cuts this promo about like a legacy and what he'll leave behind and how he wants to be remembered. And he dies the next morning.
How do you script that, bro?
He has a heart attack in the parking lot of his hotel room.
Why did you laugh maniacally when you said that?
I didn't.
You're
I
like,
could-
he died. He died of a heart attack
the
in
whole
his
fucking
parking lot.
the whole fucking thing is unbelievable.
It really is. I didn't know that. I knew like his heart exploded, but I didn't know that he cut a promo the night before, talking about what he's gonna leave behind, and he died on a parking lot. That's crazy.
I can send you the video. It's fucking crazy.
I don't need that.
And
But-
one of my, I was in high school at the time, and one of my teachers, who was also a wrestling fan, and me and him would talk wrestling all the time. He comes up to me and he's like, "Did you hear about Warrior?" And I said, "What, his promo last night?"
People just call him Warrior.
And I said, "What, his promo last night?" And he's like, "No, he died." I'm like,
Oh, dude.
"What the fuck?"
He was. Dude, and here's the thing, like, the guy
Not a
was-
good wrestler.
I mean, no, not by any stretch. But here's the thing, he was in WrestleMania against Hulk Hogan. He beats Hulk Hogan, and that is probably his legacy, right? I mean, and then you tell me something like he had a heart attack and his heart blew up. I believe it. Look at this dude.
I'm not on steroids.
You know, it's funny. Like, every kid I knew was wrapping, like, they would rip their t-shirts into strings and wrap the fucking strings around their wrists and their biceps like that. And we would walk around going, rah, like, fucking painting our fucking faces shit. Guy's a bad. What's his name is like, what was his real name?
He changed his name to Warrior, like legally.
Oh, God. Anyway,
Hold on.
Ben.
Yeah.
Favorite wrestler? of
Paul
all time?
something or other. Paul
Who's
something.
your favorite?
My favorite wrestler?
Yeah. All
Oh
time.
boy, that's
The
that's
Iron Sheik.
absolutely not. Talk about, Sheik wasn't a bad worker though. I didn't mind Sheik's work. He was just booked so fucking awfully most of the time.
Honky Tonk Man.
No, he actually sucked.
Jeez.
He's a nice
Although
guy.
his promos were hilarious, and he is a nice guy, so I've heard.
He's a really nice guy.
That's what I've heard. I've heard he's like the nicest dude.
Well,
ever,
let me
but-
tell you. While you're pontificating on who your favorite wrestler is, I met the Honky Tonk Man in Colorado Springs at a con, and the funniest thing happened. He, you know that service where you can go and you can pay somebody to. It's called Cameo.
Yeah.
You can pay a celebrity like, I don't know, $50 to $1,000, and they'll send you a personal message video to you or to somebody that you want to send it to. Frankie, you ever heard of this?
Yeah, you told me this story before.
Yeah, it's called Cameo.
And he had no clue.
So I'm there, and he, we were gonna try and get an interview with him for Project Nerd, and he's like, "Hold on, guys, I'll do anything that you need." But he's like, "I need you guys to help me." He's like, "I've got like 30 of these cameos," and he's like, "I don't know how to do it." So we're like, "Oh shit, dude." So he had to like write scripts down, and like. We just sat through it. I mean, there was a group of us that helped him record these things. And then he's like, basically like, "Happy birthday to Monica," and like, just weird. And there was a bunch of them they had to do. And he was like, so grateful that we were able to help him get them done. Cause he probably made like $1,000 on these cameos. And so he was like, he took time and he like took pictures. He's like, "Do you want to get a picture with the belt?" So I got the belt slung over my shoulder and the Honky Tonk Man on this
Was it
side.
a heavy belt? Was it heavy?
It was heavier than I thought it would be because the ones that I always played with as a kid, you bought them off the shelf and they were like
plastic.
the cheapest ass plastic. That's kind of what I was like always expecting them, but no, it was legit like, material. It wasn't plastic at all.
I would have ran with it. I would have taken it.
Yeah, take off the honky tonk man's belt.
Welcome.
Intercontinental champion was he? Is that what it was? Yeah, so that was the belt.
His
Anyway.
record just got broken a couple of years ago.
Who's
the
your
longest.
favorite wrestler, Ben? So we can.
I have two answers, and this is
Okay.
going to be really lame, and you're probably going to want to shoot
It's
me
not
for
going to
it.
be lame. It's your thing.
So my first answer is Bret the Hitman Hart, and
Lame. I'm just kidding. He's
Aliba.
classic, dude. He's vintage.
Yeah,
now this leads into my second answer because without Bret the Hitman Hart, there probably isn't my second guy.
Okay.
So Bret Hart and then CM Punk. CM Punk has said time and time again, and he will tell anybody who will listen, that Bret Hart is the reason he became a professional wrestler.
Sure.
If you look at the way these two work, you would think they're not at all similar, but I'm telling you, the mind part of it is very similar. And same thing with Stone Cold. You could argue Stone Cold is like 1B or 1C on this whole thing because
He was the one that smashed the beers together, right?
yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now
That was awesome.
like and these are three dudes who completely changed the
Does that
generations
do
they were a
anything,
part of.
Frankie? Does this do anything? Or just this?
I kind of wish this did something, honestly.
I know. It should.
I would buy a Mac if that did something. I'm going to be real.
That's the reason.
Yeah,
What'd you do there? How'd you do
if that did something, I would buy a Mac. But because it also, I've never seen Frankie without a hat on.
Yeah.
He does kind of look like a Paul Schaefer.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
If you had a
Wait.
piano in front of you, that'd be great.
Wait, do you have a pair of sunglasses you can put on? Hang on.
Oh, that's right. Black sunglasses and a piano in front of you. You'd be, and go like this. Oh yeah, that's right.
I do have a
No,
pair of
but
glasses.
it says Bruce Willis. He looks like Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
So, and talk about like just three really smart dudes we're talking about here. Stone Cold, who gets fired by WCW and looks like, goes to WWE and they're going to push him as like this prodigy type guy for Ted DiBiase. And
The
then
$1
he
Million
comes,
Man.
yeah.
His
and then he
son's
comes
in a
to
whole
this-
lot of trouble now.
Oh yeah. Well, we might do a whole episode on that in the next couple weeks. I'm not
You and
kidding.
Russ, I was like, I'm not talking about him.
Yeah, I could care less about him. I didn't like
Not
the
you,
$1 Million
but-
Man. I thought he was a dick.
But his girlfriend was hot.
I mean, that's his girlfriend.
I don't think it was. I think that was a gimmick.
Yeah, it was. It was a gimmick. Anyway, so he quits
Hold
this
on a
whole...
second. Hold on a second, Ben. I'm sorry. I never want to interrupt our guest, but Frankie, the fuck you talking about? Isn't Pink married?
Yeah, but she's
No.
got problems.
Yes, is
problems
the
with
only
him.
answer that I need.
Yeah, so what? She'll
So you don't like Ted DiBiase's girlfriend because she's Ted DiBiase's girlfriend? There's no. You've already broken that standard of.
No,
caring
I
about that
love
shit.
Pink, and I would marry her and jump her bones in a second. But if she showed up my door, that means that she left her husband. So I
Maybe
wouldn't do
she broke down and needs help with her
it. She
car.
wants to meet Frankie Monster.
Oh my god. Would you cook her an omelet?
I would cook her a 6-egg omelet right away.
You
Anyone
think she would
liked
eat a
it.
6-egg omelet?
Made by a stranger?
I would split it with her.
3 eggs apiece. All right, Ben, go ahead. Let's get through wrestling. You were saying about the $1 Million Man. I'm sorry I interrupted you, but Frankie's standards came before
I was
your story.
telling the story of Stone Cold. Anyway, so he wins this tournament called the King of the Ring. And this is how Stone Cold Steve Austin is born, because he cuts the famous Austin 316 promo. If you haven't seen it, go look it up.
I've seen it, but I
Yeah,
don't
about 100
remember.
million times.
Anyway, he cuts this promo, and he ends up being like the most over guy in the company from that moment until he pretty much has to retire because of various injuries in, I think, 2003 or 2004. The crazy thing is about Stone Cold is that he had such a short run. He was only really like a big name from like 97 until like 2003, 2004. That's how long he was around. He was not around. He had like just such a short run on top, but people remember it like it was this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because I would have thought way more than that. Like,
Hold on, let me look up exactly when he retired because
there was a series.
All right, while you're doing that, I got one last wrestling question for everybody, and then we'll move on to something else. Frankie, let's say you're a wrestler.
Yeah, I am a wrestler.
And you're like, yeah, when I'm not coaching high school football.
Yeah.
But you don't look like a high school football coach anymore. Actually,
you look more like a high school football coach.
You look like an offensive coordinator or something now that you take your hat off and you got the headphones on.
I just got to put a big old huge amount of bubble gum in my cheek.
You're sitting in the booth. You got a little card that says Jesus. Anyway.
Yeah.
So
here's my play call, man.
You're a wrestler, okay? You're a wrestler. Yeah. What player are you running, coach? Don't matter, guys. Jesus loves you. Yeah. You're going to get it done because Jesus loves you. All right. You're a wrestler. You're a wrestler. What's your intro song? That's a good question, dude. That's a great question.
My intro song?
Your intro song. What song are you fucking coming out?
Tom Petty, You Wreck Me.
You Wreck Me.
Yep.
I so bad want to get a copyright flag right now, but
I feel like that was an entrance song for somebody in ECW, and I'm not even kidding.
Are you kidding?
No.
No way.
It's a sweet song. It's probably one of my
favorite
Tom Petty
okay,
songs.
listen, ECW, for all their like cool shit ECW did, they also like violated a lot of copyright laws. So
yeah, but they paid for it, I'm sure.
No, they didn't. Buddy, do you know the story of ECW? I don't think you do.
No, I can't claim that I do, but here we go. The closest I can find is Mick Foley has a song called Wreck.
That's just his current entrance music, or soon to be former entrance music because he's leaving the company.
So, yeah, nobody's claiming You Wreck Me as their song, but Frankie gets it. Ben, what would be yours?
All of my potential entrance music candidates you've never heard of, and I wouldn't expect you to.
So
here's a story of a lovely lady who was bringing up three very lovely girls.
What is it?
Hold on, Frankie's on a gimmick. Hang on.
He's cutting a promo on you is what he's doing.
All of them had hair of gold. Like the moon.
Give me one. Whether I've heard it or not.
Now I'm blanking. Damn it. Frankie's bullshit distracted me.
I mean, that happens all the time.
What? Does Frankie ever do bullshit that makes you lose your train of thought, Damon?
That's why he has me on the show.
Every time he talks, yeah.
Where you're just like, what the fuck was I even saying?
Well, okay, so here's the deal. There's no script on this show. There's no rules on this show. So every once in a while, like, I'll go back and watch and be like, oh, there was a point that was supposed to be rehashed and we just blew on past it because the subject got changed right in the middle.
Because somebody went on bullshit?
Yeah, somebody. It's usually Frankie.
Today it's you.
Today it's our guest.
Yeah.
No, what's your song? Fucking give me a song.
Come on, man.
I don't know. I'm
going
to be honest. I think I've
never gone
in
front of the mirror and pretended you're a wrestler.
I feel like I just steal Edge's theme music, honestly, because Metalingus just fucking slaps.
That's lame.
Who was it that used? Who was referred to as the Game?
That would be Triple H.
Yeah, that was bad.
I am the Game.
He's like,
he spit water pretty good.
Game. It's how you play. That was Lemmy.
Yeah,
right?
and he might get fired as Booker here pretty soon. So,
so you're saying all the like I didn't know that he was even still affiliated with it.
Yeah, he writes the shit, and he's in heat because he doesn't know what he's doing.
He's got a huge nose.
He does have a huge nose. Thank you for pointing that out. I wasn't going to say
that. Because that guy's got a schnoz on him.
He also married Vince McMahon's daughter.
Oh, Stephanie? Yeah, she's a piece of shit. I mean, she's gorgeous, though.
I think my song would be Veruca Salt, Seether.
There's got to be a
Can't
woman out there
fight
for
the
you.
Seether.
See, my whole thing with this question is it's like the problem is with like trying to pick an entrance wrestling theme is like all of the songs that we would pick like legitimately would almost all have to be edited in some way because they just wouldn't fit the general like way wrestling entrances are done. That's
I don't
just the
know.
problem with it.
I think about I'm coming out to Just Another Manic Monday. It fits perfectly.
You could be like, I'm coming out. That could be your song.
This show is off the rails and then some.
Just another Manic Monday.
Damon, what's your next question?
My next question.
Presuming you have one.
I mean, no, I don't want to. I don't want to act like I have an entire book of notes of things that we talk about.
We just go by the seat of our pants because we know Jesus loves us.
Yeah, Jesus loves us, so everything is going to be fine. And I know
Jesus,
that.
take the wheel, baby.
Jesus took the wheel.
Do you think that's what the Bills offensive coordinator says into Josh Allen's headset? Jesus loves us. Everything will be fine.
Yeah,
I think
that's why he
Josh
wants
tells
him
him to
fired.
shut the hell up half the time. Like, shut up, you dummy.
That's why he wants him fired.
I want him fired so bad.
All right, Ben.
Okay, wait. Can I ask Frankie a question? Frankie, if you had to choose between your current offensive coordinator, Damon, or Brian Daboll, who are you picking to be your offensive coordinator?
Dable? That's who he wants.
That's who I want.
I asked you earlier in the year if you'd take Daboll back, and you said hell no.
I never said that.
There was a clip on NFL of you saying that.
You find it, because I said I wanted him back as soon as I heard he got fired.
Do I remember that?
I asked you if Daboll gets fired because at the point when I asked you this, it looked like he was going to because this was when Russ was still the quarterback in New York.
I definitely did not say no.
This feels like 100 years ago. I understand that.
Nope. I definitely said I want him back, and I still do.
I don't think it's impossible, by the way.
I don't think it's impossible.
Well, if we can get rid of our current offensive coordinator who sucks balls, then...
Well, Frankie, the deeper you go into the playoffs, the less likely that is to happen.
Well, he could get hired as a head coach and be gone, so...
Well, yeah.
But your best hope for him getting fired is, like, scoring 3 points in Denver.
You got me there. You guys remember this?
Malcolm X?
That's the X-Files.
Mulder and Scully?
I don't know why he said Malcolm X.
Well, because it's a giant X. You really don't know why he said that?
Well, I do know why he said that.
You can't, in your brain, contemplate how...
I mean, I have questions about Frankie's reading comprehension because it literally says the X-Files on the screen in front of the big X.
It's very small for us, so...
I mean, I can see it just fine.
Well, yeah,
I'm supposed
but
to
you
wear
got to think
glasses.
about, we're looking in a studio that's like this big. Like our actual pictures are like this big to us. You have a different format than we do.
Not much, I don't think.
But you're right. It is the X-Files. But like, you literally can't see why someone would say Malcolm X.
Yeah. Has anybody else out there think that looks like Malcolm X?
It
Please help me
does.
out here.
I mean, it does. Now that you say that, it does. Yeah. But I should have dropped it in with the.
Do you want to get a copyright strike? I mean, come on.
I mean, they're not going to do it on my voice.
Yeah.
Unless I do it like spot on. If I was like perfectly on pitch, they might. But
I am a real American.
I can sing whatever I want. Happy
Frankie,
birthday.
why are you singing Hulk Hogan's theme music?
Because it's his favorite wrestler. You
song
really
ever.
don't know why he would sing.
You don't remember that?
Yeah.
Look
All
at
right,
the-
now I'm just picking on you. That's not fair.
No,
All
that's
right,
fine.
so the reason I bring up the X-Files is because we've been...
Do you feel like you're on an episode of it right now? What?
Well, we've been talking about paranormal and extraterrestrial as kind of a thematic part of the show, ghosts and whatnot. And while X-Files is kind of more in the aliens realm, the reason I'm bringing this up is because I want to make sure that everybody has seen this show before. Have you seen this show before, Frankie?
Like 1 or 2 episodes.
Ben, it was a little bit before your time, but
I
seen it before.
I didn't. I wasn't an X-Files guy.
But that's not my question. Have you
I've
ever
never
seen
seen
it?
one.
You've
No.
never seen one.
No, I have not.
Wow.
I've seen
okay.
one episode.
Are you
I
familiar
grew
with
up.
the premise?
I grew up poor. We didn't have cable.
Are you
Did you have to
familiar with the
walk
premise?
5 miles uphill to school too?
No, I walked about 2 miles to the bus stop.
It was uphill both ways.
It sucked
Yeah.
ass.
You're familiar with the premise, no?
Yes.
Yes.
There's a branch of the government, FBI, that is down low, on the down low, where they cover, and they investigate paranormal
Bullshit.
activities. Right?
Area 51.
Thank you for bringing that up. Because the reason I'm bringing any of that up to your attention is there's a new documentary out there.
Oh.
It's called The Age of Disclosure. This came out this year, you guys. And it's basically a bunch of government people that have been in the government. Marco Rubio's one that's on here. And they say, basically, in 1947, in Rosemont, or whatever, in New Mexico, there were crashes of aliens, and that bodies were recovered, and that they've had people trying to reverse engineer the technology for the last 60 years. And it's all in this documentary, which I just finished watching this morning. It's absolutely fascinating. I don't know that anybody's going to be able to watch it yet, because unless you want to rent it, which I think it costs like $20, I wouldn't do that.
Screw that.
Absolutely not.
But I get things ahead of time, and this is one of the things I received, and I knew nothing about it until I watched it. And
Well, you know why you received it early? Because
Jesus loves me. It blew my mind, dude. Like, you know that I wasn't. I've told you before, going all the way back to Blevins' episode, that I'm not particularly like a skeptic, but I'm not. I've never had an experience of any kind, paranormal or alien or otherwise. But it is all fascinating to me. This documentary, dude, The Age of Disclosure. Watch it, because there is a lot of credible people that have been in the government that have said, like, direct quotes from like people like George H.W. Bush said that he was made aware.
Gonna do it.
He was made aware of certain scenarios where bodies and ships have been recovered when he was made director of the CIA. All of this stuff. There's no way I can cover it all, because I just watched it. I want to watch it again, to be honest with you, but it's like 2 hours long, but it is completely full of like what would happen globally if they copped to this. I mean, you would have, well, every major religion would be shut down, basically, because of the implications of what is listed on this documentary. So it just came out the end of this year. When you're available to watch it, absolutely watch it. But I want to rehash what you guys think of a potential. I know that you haven't seen it or had the chance to see it yet, but do you think there could be anybody on here that's telling the truth about some of the things that the government knows and is hiding from us?
I have one context question first.
Shoot.
How many politicians are on this thing?
It's not really politicians. Marco Rubio would be the only politician.
I trust Marco Rubio about as much as I trust the president. So,
But here's the thing: like, there's things that I trust him on and things that I wouldn't trust him on. Like, obviously,
would you
But
trust him with your health care?
when it comes to government secrets and keeping them, I wouldn't trust him, and he's clearly giving up government secrets here. So
Fair enough.
that's what I'm talking about. The policy has nothing to do with it. The only thing that you would want to talk about politician wise on this movie is government secrets, and there's a lot of people willing to spill government secrets on here. And I'm watching it and I'm like, are you sure you want to be saying that? because there's going to be implications involved. And that's why I want everybody to watch it, because, you'd have a way better understanding of what I'm talking about or even asking if you were able to watch it. But that's why I want everybody to watch it, because it will definitely, once this becomes available for everybody on regular streaming, it will come up again because it's too fascinating. Me and Frankie in the last episode, at the end of the episode, talked about conspiracy theories. And, he initially was like, no, I don't believe in any conspiracy theories. Well, then I went on to list a couple, and he was like, well, I'm not exactly sure what happened here. I'm not sure what happened here either. And we kind of started going down this road of like, where neither one of us consider ourselves conspiracy theorists, but we can definitely see some inconsistencies in a lot of what we've been told. And this movie was made it the most that I've ever seen. It just blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. So, I apologize that it's not available for you guys to watch yet. Frankie, you might be able to get it.
Yep, I might.
And I hope you do, because you'll love it, dude. You might not. You might be like, what the fuck? Because you don't believe in aliens.
Is this like? Is the stuff Marco Rubio says on here like, how the hell does this guy have a job level insane?
No.
I mean, I ask how Marco Rubio has a job all the time.
He is Secretary of State right now.
How?
Because Trump appointed him.
Yeah, Trump. Do you really
well,
not
that
know?
should be.
Do you really
well,
not
I
know
know how.
Don't worry,
how.
man.
I know how, but
you can see a litany of transactions that led to this, right? Like,
I thought I said things that set my. I mean, am I a heel? I'm the heel.
You are.
We're both heels.
He used the wrestling term. That's great.
Because here's the thing. I'm about to get on my soapbox here, and forgive me.
Cut your best promo on us right now.
No, it's not about you guys. I could give a fuck less.
Wow.
So first of all, can we talk
he
about...
respects us, doesn't he?
Sure doesn't.
I live 15 minutes from Minneapolis, okay? And I'm about to get on my liberal soapbox
Oh,
here.
shit. Here we go.
I'm about to get on my fucking liberal soapbox here. Can we acknowledge that Kristi Noem needs to get fucking fired tomorrow?
I mean, it depends.
Yesterday?
Yes. I will say yes.
Kristi
But I'd
Noem.
say that about anybody that's just lying to American people, dude. I'll say that about anybody that's lying to Americans.
Dude, she is fucking single-handedly responsible for so much bad shit. And I used to live in the state of South Dakota when she was governor. Let me tell you, she ain't smart. And
she ain't smart.
She isn't smart.
Sorry, Ben. I had to call you.
Look, I don't get to bitch about this shit.
No, I'm not. I will never defend Kristi Noem. I think she's a lying piece of shit. Go ahead.
I also think the president's a lying piece of shit. Who?
Well, I mean, 30,000 confirmed lies in his first term. Who knows this term? Yes, he's a liar.
Look, I didn't vote for the fucking guy. I definitely didn't vote for her.
Well, what does this have to do with aliens? Is my question.
Well, okay, here's what it has to do with it, because Marco Rubio is the Secretary of State. I'm getting around to this.
Okay.
Why the hell was Marco Rubio on this fucking documentary
spilling government secrets?
When he right.
I thought it was clear on that.
But why did Trump hire him? If
that I don't know, because honestly, Marco Rubio was one of his staunchest haters. Like, remember they were debating against each other in the primaries.
Also,
so
let's not forget, as Secretary of State, this happened last year. Let's not forget, as Secretary of State, Marco Rubio was opposing the big, beautiful bill. Let's not forget that happened.
That's true. And now here he has to stand by it. Are you suggesting, Ben, that politics doesn't make people, what's the word I'm looking for?
I'm suggesting they're all liars, is what I'm suggesting.
Well, you're right. And it's on both sides.
If you're gonna say all, you have to include.
Yeah, I am
sides.
including both sides in that. Don't think that's not a bipartisan thing. That is 100% a bipartisan thing.
So, well, and just to be clear, I voted for Harris. I voted for Harris, but looking back at things, like there's problems there. There's things that I was not 100% happy with. A lot, actually.
Well, her name is Kamala, not Kamala.
Kamala. It's Kamala.
Oh, I thought it was Kamala.
No.
Like the wrestler.
No, it's Kamala. Quite certain of that, actually. But yeah, I mean, problematic.
The one in but look, let's just be honest here. Trump's approval rating is where it is for a reason. I mean,
it is the worst in history.
It is where it is for a reason. He has earned that. You don't get there by accident.
Fair enough.
I just look, if this shit doesn't if somebody doesn't take a real hard look in the mirror here and realize that people like Marco Rubio don't belong in power, I don't know what we're doing.
So what's this have to do about aliens still?
Well, look, here's I mean,
no, he just mentioned Marco Rubio and it set me off.
But here's the thing, like,
don't mention.
Am I going to cut off a guest that's living in Minneapolis where when they want to? No, I'm not going to do that at all, because right now Minneapolis is the hub of like where like major shit that's country changing is happening right now. So I really
and
don't
you happen to mention Marco Rubio, and that gave me an on-ramp.
Yeah, I really don't want to silence those people.
So okay, since we're in the Minneapolis talk, I mean, do you both think that that's all false and that's all fake? What's going
all
on
fake?
There? The Somalians and the daycare centers?
No,
and the
I think there's absolutely fraud going on. But
no, that's been proven. But that was the problem with it is that was 4 years ago, and we're just finding out about it now. That's the problem.
Well,
whose fault is it?
They
multiple
already
people.
Like the Biden administration did make moves to get this corrected. They did. And there was investigations and indictments both that happened during his term. Did that make sure that it was all stopped? No, probably not. And I'm sure that there's fraud, but the narrative that all Somalians are bad and need to be removed is very problematic because
and completely pushed by one side and
there's certain aspects of one side, because I'm not going to say that every person that's a Republican is against Somalians. That would be a tragedy to say that, but there are certain sects of that side that are like, we need to kill them all, which is bonkers to me. To me, as far as what I would say, as far as like the immigration situation, is you remove criminals. Like, don't go after people that are not criminals.
Convicted ones.
You might say they're criminals just by, breaking the law to get here. Well, I mean, do you really care about the law when you voted for a felon? I mean, let's see where the
34 time over.
Let's see where the line is. Well, it's the same thing. I mean, the same charge 34 times is really kind of just the same.
He wasn't
charge.
convicted.
Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was.
He was.
Absolutely was.
The reason that he's not in prison right now is because he's president. Like, they dropped all. Remember, we were waiting on him to be charged, and they kept pushing the sentencing back. And then when he was elected president, the judge just said, "I don't want to put a sitting president. I don't want to try, not try, but I don't want to sentence a sitting president."
They should have sentenced him before he became the sitting president.
It's not good for the country. Well, that will be debated forever in history, Ben. But it didn't happen, and the judge, for whatever reason,
if we're alive to debate it, sure it will. He might kill us all.
It's not up to us. It's not up to us. That's the thing.
He's going to get us all killed.
I don't want you to feel like I'm defending Trump. I hate his guts, but I want to be fair when we're talking about facts and what's true and what's not true. I'm always, that's my line. That's the line for me. I don't want to say it if I can't 100% prove it. And a lot of people want to run in one direction or the other because they are just looking at the fact that they hate him, and that's it. And I don't approve of that.
Going back to the Minneapolis thing.
Sure.
The fraud investigation, which has blown up, even though it's 4 years old, even though there's just more stuff coming out about it now than there was 4 years ago, because again, it was an investigation. There's a reason for that.
Sure.
These things move very, very slow. The arm of the law does not move quickly for any number of reasons, evidence, due process, whatever. Anybody that's found guilty here should be behind bars, 100%, if the numbers are accurate and everything is true.
Well, and if they're not from here or they're here illegally, they should be removed.
Right.
Period.
But there is evidence to suggest that quite a few involved in that case are from either here or, like, a lot of them are from the state of Minnesota.
Right.
So, like, second generation from here. So
well, I think a lot of what's happened is, you know, anybody that's been like attacked as an American citizen or removed on accident, there just wasn't really the way that they went about it was more about speed, because you said something that's true. The arm of the law does not really move quickly, even though it's one of the things that they guarantee in this country under the Constitution, that your trial will be swift.
It never is.
A lot of them aren't getting trials. They're just being removed and sent away.
Which is illegal,
without due process. That it is. And it bothers me to this core. But if I knew that there was a system in place where they were only going after the people that were criminals, which is who I care about, the rest of them are, you know, contributing members of society. I would be on board with them getting rid of criminals. I think most people in my position would think
most people would be okay with that, but the problem is that's not what they're doing.
I know. Well, that's what I said. That's why I'm upset at any of it. If it was just them going after criminals, great. I'm on board 100%. But, and maybe that was their intent, but that's not what's happening, right? So that, like, you got to sort that out. You got to figure out how to. And I think even Frankie, you don't want to live in a society where you walk out your front door and somebody's there with a mask, unidentified, in full riot gear, and says, prove to me that you belong here. You just don't want to live in that country. Like, and I'm not saying that that's what it's like, but that's some areas right now are feeling that. And I mean,
that's happened in Minneapolis. I don't know to what degree. I know they are pulling out of Minneapolis to a certain extent because they pretty much have to. Because when the thing happened last week, I'm not going to get too into it, because if you don't know what I'm talking about, have you been living under a rock?
No, we know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
But when that happened last week, I guess a direct order came down to get the hell out of there as quickly as they could, because they didn't want it to get any uglier than it was.
Well,
which,
you know, go ahead. Finish.
If you were in charge of that and that happened, would you not also be telling your people to get the hell out of there, because that wasn't going to end well?
Yeah. And the thing I worry about is what happens when these peaceful protesters, I say peaceful because they're not always, let's be realistic, show up with weapons as well. And then they start pew-pewing back and forth. But that's what I worry about.
And that's what I worried about too. But what I worry about especially is the fact that there's people protesting the protests now, and that's where this gets really dicey.
Yeah.
The people protesting the protests and the protesters protesting the protesters protesting the protests. That's where this whole thing gets really, really dicey and really, really ugly, really, really quick.
Well, I'd forgotten, honestly, not forgotten, but just I didn't think about the fact that you were in Minneapolis.
I'm 20 minutes.
Yeah. So, I didn't even think about it, but I'm certainly willing
Look,
to
I don't go downtown. I heard about what happened as it happened. And the craziest part of all of this, and this is all fucking insane and none of this should have happened, is that this is what makes Jesse Ventura pissed off enough to want to run for governor again? Really?
Yeah, dude, that was crazy. That Frankie, if you don't know, he was the governor of Minnesota for one term, so he still has another term left. Jesse the Body Ventura, the rest.
Actually, he has potentially 2 terms left, because you're allowed 3 in the state.
Sure. And they went to his school where he went to school, and they tried to get in to remove people from the high school. And he went there and like, apparently they stood up to him and they wouldn't let anybody in. But, look, I don't want anybody to be uncomfortable in this conversation, and wherever anybody stands, I want you to know that you're cool with me. But I think what Ben's talking about, we have 2 types of people, and I've tried to reconcile in my brain what the difference is in the two. With the event that you're talking about, Ben, last week, we saw a woman blocking traffic and ICE agents telling her to get out of the car. And one of the guys passes in front of the car. And this is still up for debate whether he was hit by the car or whether he was off to the side of the car. I can honestly tell you, out of all the angles that I've looked, he might have got bumped by the car. But the fact of the matter is, he shot her in the face 3 times. And there's 2 types of people when you're seeing this video. There's one that's like, there's no way that he should have opened fire on this lady. And then the other type of person is, she should have listened or she wouldn't have got shot. And to me, you obviously know what side I'm on. I'm like, there's no... for the other people that are like, she shouldn't have done that, I'm not in disagreement with she shouldn't have done that. But, I mean, does it really warrant death?
But,
and I think people that are like saying she got what she deserved, I'm like, do you really don't respect life that much? I guess I don't. That's what I'm trying to reconcile.
I have friends and family in law enforcement, and I have just asked them, what is protocol on a situation like
Yeah,
this?
we've read it. They've read protocol out loud. He was not. I mean, if you listen, and that's where we go back to the Christy Nome being a liar thing. Like, she completely hosed over the fact that he did not follow protocol. Like, they made it like his life was in danger. He's in the hospital. He walked away with, and he left the scene. Like, he wasn't in the hospital, and that's the shit that like makes the American people not trust the administration. When you clearly watch the guy walk away, and you're like, he's not in the hospital. He's not almost dead. What are you talking about? Like, so
He's fine.
But whatever side of it you're on watching this show, I want you to know, I have my very hard opinions on it. But if you want to see it differently, I'm still gonna hug you. I'm still gonna love you all up the same. I don't understand how you could be like, she got what she deserved, or, you know, there's much worse comments out there than that I've heard. So, but it's your right. It's your right to feel any way you want to about it. So
I got a Book of Mormon you can borrow.
You know, Frankie, you know how many words in the Book of Mormon that I believe? 0. There are 0 words in the Book of Mormon that I believe.
And just to clarify, Becky here said the 2 chicks you met are called sister missionaries. I never met them.
Where did you
just
get
filled
Brandon's
out
comments?
I just at the top. I
Oh shit!
I filled out the.
Is he coming in?
I didn't
Are
even
they
see those.
separated?
I
Yeah.
don't really understand it.
I thought they were coming in as they came in, so I didn't
That's
see any
what I
of his
thought
comments.
too. But I scrolled up and seen
Brandon, I'm
the
sorry, dude.
guitar guy.
Brandon has had a million comments, and I didn't see
Yeah.
any.
He wants to be part
I'm
of the show.
scrolling up and I'm just seeing it now too. What the hell is going on here?
We'll have Brandon on the show. That'll be fun. That'll be a fun episode. Yeah. Anyway, we can move on from this, but I didn't
I
think
want
it's
this to be
good to
this
talk
long of a
about-
thing, for the record. I was not trying to send us off in this so much of a
No, it's
sidebar.
okay. It's okay, Ben. It's good to talk about. It's hard to talk about. And the reason that I entertained it this long is because I know what's coming on Wednesday. I know that these things will come up on Wednesday. And I want to make sure that anytime I'm addressing a situation that's like this, where other people's opinions are so daftly different to mine, that I want to make sure that I'm able to keep my cool and understand that, you know, we ain't always the same and we're not always on the same page. And the people I love them for a reason, and it has nothing to do with their thoughts on these types of things. There's more to the country needs to be better at looking at each other as friends and family and shit like that, because I don't know, I just feel like
It goes back to what I've been saying. It goes back to what I've been saying for, I don't know, How long?
I want to address this. Like, this is Ashley Babbitt. Are you familiar with the situation? Either of you?
No.
She was a January 6th woman. She was all up in there with a Make America Great hat again, and she got killed by the police. I don't really know enough more
About
than
that story. I can't comment on
comment.
that. I don't know.
But I don't think anybody got what they deserved if they get killed. Like,
Who's Nicole Good?
Nicole Good's the woman that got shot this week in Minneapolis in the car.
Gotcha.
So I don't know.
That was last week now. Unbelievably.
I'm happy to pull up let's pull it up again. I'm happy to pull up the comment because like I respect your opinion, but I would ask you, are you saying she got what she deserved because you don't agree with her politically? I mean, she wasn't killing anybody either. She was part of a riot situation. I, again, don't know all the details on it, but she got killed, and I'm not going to ever be comfortable saying she
what
got
I
what
will
she
say to play slight devil's advocate is we do not know if she was one of the people who just kind of got swept up in the riot of the thing. Because remember, there were people there that were trying to protest peacefully, and then there were people there who were trying to riot. We don't know who was on what side there, and some people just got swept up in the thing and were literally pushed towards
It's
whatever
true.
the hell was going
well,
on.
and here's the thing. Like, I feel like, to be fair to this comment, there's a lot of anger in this comment. And I just want to be clear that I am not, I don't, you're free to feel that way.
Trust me, I'm
All
more
that you
pissed
want.
off than I'm saying here because this is all ridiculous to me and I don't understand any of it.
Yeah, I'm never going to be comfortable with somebody being unalived because they have a different, I mean, whether they're protesting or not. I mean,
What I want to know,
I don't get it.
and I honestly do want to know this.
Thank you for the
because-
comment, though. Go ahead, Ben.
and I honestly do want to know both of your opinions on this. What I want to know, and then I have a completely unrelated question here. What I do want to know is why the hell has there not been an adult in the room to stand up and say, this cannot keep happening. We need to have a dialogue. This needs to stop right now. Why has nobody tried to do that? That is in any sort of power.
Say that again. I'm sorry. I was looking at the comment. Sorry.
I hear what you said. There's been many times where adults have stood up and said we need to have a dialogue, but the problem is, and I know this from actual personal experience in the last like month and a half, people are right fighters. We're right, you're wrong, that's it. There is no dialogue. It's either you frickin' listen to what I say is right, or you and I are going to have problems, and vice versa. It goes both ways. There is no position for a dialogue right now with everything that's going on. There is no conversations. There's just what I'm going to spew out, my venom, and then the venom of others. It's impossible to have a dialogue. So to Stephen suggest that is beyond reality. It really is. There's no chance of having a dialogue right now.
I
Everyone's
think we're
divided
having a
and
good
angry.
dialogue here, I think.
Well, on the show, I'm talking about in general, nationwide. How can you have a dialogue when people are throwing grenades and shooting missiles at each other? It's not going to.
Well,
happen.
yeah, violence is awful. But
That's
let me
not
address
dialogue, that's
this
just-
comment.
Yeah.
Let me address this comment. Ashley Babbitt was in the middle of a mob, and she was beating on a window of an interior door. She was engaging in criminal behavior. Okay, I probably was aware of that she was part of the rioters and was actively rioting. But if I say that Nicole Good might have nicked this officer and shouldn't have been shot for doing that, and I say that they should have, found a way to stop her after that, held her to trial, which is what we do in this country when someone breaks the law. We don't shoot them in the face. So neither one of these scenarios where a person was shot because of potential criminal activity is the American way. So for us to be okay with
I just don't agree
shooting
with
Ashley,
violence,
let me
period.
finish, please. Shooting Ashley Babbitt because she was engaging. Where was her due process? Arrest her, put her through the court system like everybody else. Like that's the American way. You don't just shoot somebody because they're breaking the law. Like, that's my opinion. And especially if we want to talk about hypocrisy, which I don't think we want to go there, when you're willing to put it on one person and not the other. No loss of life is okay with me, especially without due process. So we'll wrap that segment up there. I
want to apologize, by the way, for that going on so long. I was not trying to make that go on.
No. This show has no rules, dude. Like, even if we get levels of uncomfortable, we'll have to find a way within the show to get it back to where we're comfortable. And we obviously want to have fun, but obviously with a lot of things going on in this country, people are going to shift.
And Frankie, if I pissed you off, I'm
what
sorry,
people say
dude.
in the comments. I can't control
just
what guests
listening.
say.
I'm
And
good.
nobody's. I think Frankie's good. Frankie,
I'm just hanging
he's
out.
probably ready to move on to the next segment.
I'm
but-
just hanging out and reading
Yeah.
comments, and
well, and
I'm
and
waiting
here's the
for
thing.
Becky
Frankie and I
to
don't
call
agree.
these missionary girls for me.
Frankie and I don't agree on a lot of stuff, but I think like during this, like we get a chance to talk through it. You know, and we don't do that when we're on the phone with each other. We don't argue with each other. We talk about funny shit and like, how's your mental health, and who did you have to put up with today? All that kinds of shit. And so like the serious stuff, we can do that here. And I appreciate that some of the people in the comments are angry. I'm angry. I'm to the point where like I want to say
I got chapped lips.
that I would be fine if somebody was shooting back. And I hate that. I hate that the country has made me into something that I never wanted to be, which is somebody that would be like, even have that thought. So I get it. That's where we're at as a country. But let's move on because I have some great things to talk about. Luke Nichols. Do you know who Luke Nichols is, Ben?
Not a fucking idea.
Do you, Frankie, know who Luke Nichols is?
Am I allowed to
heard the
Google it?
name.
You have heard the name because we've talked about it. He's on a YouTube channel called Outdoor Boys, and this guy, this is for the viewers too. He is an Alaskan survival expert that he goes out into the wilderness in Alaska and does survival
honey butter
scenarios.
and flatbread. He's
Yes,
a douche canoe.
honey butter, and like he always has like this homemade dough for bread, and he just throws the dough into the fire and lets it burn until it becomes bread, and then he always has this homemade honey butter that he pours on it. Like, his show is not, if you watch any of his like little clips, maybe the long clips on YouTube are better, but any of the clips that he puts online that are like 5 minutes or less, he's always eating. That's all he does.
He eats like a pig too.
All he does is eat, and he has the worst. I want to, and the reason I'm bringing him up, Frankie, is because I'm going to try and get him on the show. He's not doing as many videos as he used to do, so I think that he can be got, and we can bring him on the show. And I don't really want to call him a douche canoe when he's on the show.
Maybe
And,
he'll make us bread with honey butter.
Yeah, I want to ask him about all these. Like, where do you get all your reindeer sausage? Do you shoot the reindeer, or do you just? I mean, just an advantage of it living in Alaska. Like, when you go camping and you have $300 worth of gear and $300 worth of Alaskan crab legs, like you're on a $600 trip, but half of it is in like 2 pounds of food. Like, it's crazy to me. And Ben, I want you to check this guy out, Luke Nichols.
I know who he is because I know a lot of people who would like throw his shit on in the background to like fall asleep. Apparently, I recognized the channel name. That's all.
Okay. Did you look up his face?
No.
Oh, well, if
He's
you saw his
a
face,
real goofy guy, and he's got the Alaskan accent. You know that.
Oh yeah,
almost
this is the guy that
semi-Canadian
retired
accent.
because of privacy concerns. Yeah.
He's a lawyer.
He's also now. Fun fact: this is from Wikipedia, so take it with a grain of salt.
Black pepper.
yeah.
He
I'm
has
reading the comments
sung-
here. Deb,
he has-
I love you, and I'm sorry that happened to you. And I totally understand. I'm not at all making an indictment on you or your opinions. I'm just reacting with mine. Totally 100% admire you and still respect you, obviously.
Anyway,
So go ahead.
it was announced on December 1st, 2025 that he would be serving on the Young Men General Advisory Council for, we've been talking about this a lot today, it feels like, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
That's crazy.
Yes.
No wonder he likes honey butter and bread.
Wrapping this all in a bow.
You cannot write this shit.
No,
See?
you can't. No script, no rules.
Come on,
That's
Becky.
hilarious.
Get me hooked up.
That's hilarious. Man.
Oh, shit.
Give me some missionary girls.
Okay. Just give me some missionary.
Hold on.
No.
I'm gonna
Go ahead.
I'm gonna rile Damon up for a second.
Go ahead.
Because, and I meant to ask you this when we were talking about football earlier, and I'm sorry I didn't. Now that we've both experienced a season of Sam Darnold, how do you feel?
I haven't experienced this. I mean,
The
I
season's
have
over.
to see if he loses a playoff game.
I mean, buddy, it's Sam Darnold. He will eventually.
You just said we were going to the Super Bowl.
You probably will.
Then how the
Oh
fuck's
my
he gonna lose a
God. Make up
playoff game?
What do you stand for?
The
All right,
Super Bowl
that's
counts-
it, Ben. You need to read this, please.
No,
gonna
give
s-
him the gong.
Yeah, yeah.
You have a gong?
Ben,
Ben, this is what's happening to you right now.
Game numbnuts.
you're crashing out, Ben.
The Super Bowl counts as a playoff game.
Sorry. He's like, I can
love
go. He's like, I can go right now.
I love this platform.
All
I have not said anything, actually.
right, Ben. Here we go. Let's get to some quick things.
Yes.
Who's your celebrity nemesis?
Ooh.
Elon Musk.
Okay, Frankie.
Who's my nemesis?
Your celebrity nemesis is Taylor Swift. We already
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
We already.
Who's yours?
Oh, this is easy.
He loves everybody.
No, I do have a celebrity nemesis. It's Kid Rock.
Oh,
You don't
that's
like
a good
Kid
one.
Rock?
Dude sucks. He's always sucked. His music has always sucked.
Huh.
Ba with the ba da bum blah 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 blah.
I actually agree with Damon on this one.
Jeez.
Um,
I've seen him in concert. It's
sucks.
fucking awesome.
he sucks.
I like Kid Rock.
But do I
That
have
makes
any
sense.
others?
You don't like him because he's a Trump supporter.
No. Okay, that did not help his case.
I'm just
But
saying.
it's weird because Ted Nugent's the same. I hated Ted Nugent's music, but the reason I hated Ted Nugent was not even because he was a Trump supporter. It's because like he was one of those I'll kill animals for sport, and I don't even have a problem with that necessarily. But when you do it and intentionally rub it in people's faces that are against it, that's where I thought he was a complete douchebag. So yeah, I'm not a fan of. Look at this, dude. I have
Did you
this
have a pen
nice
explode?
I have this $150 sweatshirt on, and I got this fucking ink from my stupid pen.
Frankie, I don't think I ever noticed you had that tattoo on your hand. That thing looks fucking sick.
It is sick.
Oh yeah, brother. Anyway, next question.
Yoko. Somebody hates Yoko. Is there?
Ears. What is that?
Money. That's what I want.
Oh,
I want money. Yeah, Yoko's terrible. I agree with you.
Long time.
And Yoko broke up the Beatles. Let's be realistic.
Yeah,
she
she
broke
did.
up the Beatles. Anybody that says different, I'm sorry.
Imagine.
Look at this.
Oh, how do
All that
people
could
have
go on
pen
my sweatshirt.
explodes?
I'm really upset, dude. I spent a lot of goddamn money on these pens, and they fucking explode while I'm holding them in my hand.
You must be crushing them.
This is bullshit. Man.
Do you not know your own strength or something?
Dude, it better not be on this sweatshirt or I'm going to be pissed. This is the culprit, but I don't see where it's coming from.
Do you have like a fail sound effect, Frankie?
Do I have what?
Like a failure sound effect?
Dude,
I got this one.
is it my highlighter? What the
That's how
fuck?
I feel for Sunday.
You're gonna win that game Sunday. Calm down.
I'm not worried.
Dude, I'm the most worried, to be honest.
Bah, what the fuck?
Seriously.
I'm picking both of your teams. I don't know what you're worried about.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like,
I'm not.
I would rather lose to anybody in
maybe
the
a
world
little
but
bit.
San Francisco. Like, they're just the
If
one
I
team
told
that we
you
can't
that you're
lose
going to
to.
beat San Francisco and then lose by 30 to Chicago, would you care?
No. No, I would not care. But why?
I don't think you'd lose by 30 to Chicago. I don't think Chicago could score 30 points, but
All right,
against
we'll
you.
try this. We'll try
But-
this pen. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties
It's
is
a
like
pen freak over
a
here.
thing on this show.
Dude, this is why I use freaking Google Drive stuff, so I don't have to have pens everywhere.
No,
Wait, Frankie, do you still have your caution cone pen thing?
of course he does. It's Frankie, dude.
Yeah! Okay, I'll pop for that. I'll get excited for that one.
I'll pop for that.
That's weird.
That's a wrestling term, you friggin'
Oh
nerd.
well, see,
I got
we're
my
nerds.
cup of pens too. See?
We're nerds. We don't know anything about wrestling. All right, Ben, Frankie, what's
would
a job?
actually-
What's a job you'd never do?
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What's a job I would never do? I would
Yeah.
never be a sewer diver.
is that a job?
Yeah.
They get paid tons of money too.
What does
They put on a thick ass underwater, deep water diving suit, and they go into the sewer pipes and clean out the shit and unclog them.
Uh-huh.
And it's very claustrophobic and nasty. It takes a very
Sounds-
strong-minded person to do it. Google
sounds
it.
And
shitty.
A
They get paid
shocking
like
number
$30,000. They get tons of money.
a shocking number of people have died doing that too.
That's dangerous.
Oh, you guys are the statistical whatever. I mean, never mind.
So here's a
Joke fail.
sewer diver salary.
Okay.
Okay. It says sewer diver salaries vary significantly, but average around 45,000 to 60,000 annually, with top earners in the 90,000 plus mark, especially in specialized roles in New York City, where they can earn over $100 an hour or 85K a year. As
See,
these
to
are
me,
dangerous jobs, underwater maintenance, often command high.
I
blah,
guess
blah, 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 blah.
60,000 is a good for America, but even like 80,000 in New York City, that's not that much.
No, it's
Well,
not.
if they only have to clean out like 3 or 4 sewers in a month,
year.
they could have a second job, really,
I mean, that's fair. If you're not doing it like 8 hours, 40 hours a week, yeah, that's probably.
Jeez, can you imagine?
I suppose the amount of work matters. You're right. You're right. Ben, what's one? I know that you agree with Frankie's, but do you have another one? What's a job you wouldn't do?
I wouldn't have even thought of that one, Frankie. That was a really smart call.
That was quick too. He was like, "Fuck
yeah.
that! I ain't diving in no sewer."
I would not want to be like a police officer, not for like any political reasons. You see the worst of humanity in that job. Really?
Yeah.
That's the main reason.
Well,
That and the fact
you're automatically labeled with a stigma too by a lot of people.
Yep.
You're a piece of shit just for being a police officer in a lot of people's eyes.
Well, and that and the fact that, look at me, I'm not like the biggest guy. I wouldn't stand a fucking chance in the police academy.
Dude, I'll tell you this. Like, I hate bad cops, but I don't make the distinction unless I see them being bad. Like, here's an example. If I go to a concert, like a Pearl Jam concert, and I'm walking up the escalator to get to my seats or whatever.
What are you, Bill
and
Simmons?
I see a group of cops standing there patrolling, like, making sure. I make it a point to stop and thank them for their service. And they're always like they're like, holy shit, I can't even believe that somebody's stopping. And those very police officers might be some guys out there torturing people when they're not there. I don't know. But I don't look at cops and just say automatically that I fucking hate you. You're but there are a lot of people that do. So that's good. That's a good call. Being a cop, you'd have to know that people are automatically going to hate you just because you're a cop. It gets worse.
I don't care if people hate me. People watch my show and probably hate me. I don't give a fuck about that. It's
Wait,
just seeing the worst of
people are gonna
humanity.
hate me because you're on the show. Is that what you're saying?
Probably.
Oh, we can't do this anymore, Frankie.
I mean, Frankie probably hates you because I'm on this show. He's just not going to say it.
Yeah, he probably does. He'd probably be like, "What the fuck was that, bro?" No, it's been a good
Need
show.
some hand
It's been a fun show.
sanitizer.
It's been a fun show.
I got to poop.
You do?
What?
No,
You-
I'm just kidding.
That was interesting.
That
All
was
right.
that was certainly a gimmick.
Yeah.
All right, guys, without saying what you actually do, answer this question or fill in this blank without using what you actually like. Frankie, you wouldn't say podcaster. Ben, you wouldn't say whatever you do with schools. Okay?
Mhm.
Answer this question. We'll go Frankie first. Frankie, fill in this blank. I am a
Great candidate to be with Pink.
was looking for one word, but that's okay. That's okay. I didn't specify. I am a great candidate to be with Pink. Is there I really hope there's an open audition for this position at some point because I will rally with you. I will
God.
rally for you.
Jeez, man.
I would endorse you. Like,
Ben,
I would give a speech.
Same question. I am a
Idiot.
All right, that's great. Then I'm going to fill it in that he said idiot.
You wanted one word.
We doing
Yeah.
Mad Libs? He used to love
I mean,
that.
it's great. That's a great answer because it leads into my next question. What brings you joy, Ben?
Frankie, you're fired. You're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
What brings you joy, Ben?
Hang on, I have to make sure Frankie's gonna fucking behave himself up there.
He's fine. He's fine.
This has been brought to you by Gatorlight.
The fuck is Gatorlight?
Gatorlight.
It's Gatorade Light
Yeah, no, it's Gatorade, but like the Pedialyte form of Gatorade.
with electric. Frankie's getting the eye roll.
Getting ready to roll.
The question was joy, not pleasure.
What?
What brings you joy, not pleasure?
Are you talking to me?
I think he's just talking now.
It's a question. I'm throwing it out to either one of you.
What gives
Frankie-
me joy?
What gives you?
Yeah.
It's gonna tie it to Pink. I already.
Okay. I sound like such a scumbag. I've been like,
Is it possible that you are?
no. I've been on this like hot women streak lately. Maybe it's time for me to find a girlfriend. I've been single since 2018, so maybe it's time. Say the words again, James.
Yeah.
What brings you joy?
Seeing beautiful nurses and nurses scrubs.
I think you wanted a one-word answer again.
No. No, you can answer it however you want. And he went the sexist route. What do you got for me?
Why am I
Hearing
on
my
the show?
here's a good one. This is great. You
I'm not
guys
gonna be a
comment
priest
because I'll
anytime
show
soon.
it. Comment because I'll show it. Hearing my son laugh is my joy. That's beautiful.
See, that's like a nice answer compared to whatever the hell me and this idiot are gonna say.
Well,
Yeah.
that's.
But she's trying to save face too.
Oh God!
What?
He
I don't
said
know.
that
I
out
just-
loud, sir.
I'm just kidding.
Frankie, do you understand that like what you're saying out loud has an impact and a thing?
Listen here to all my Hulkamaniacs.
Is Brandon
Speaking
still
of
coming
fucking
in at the
morons.
top?
I don't know.
There's something that brings me joy. Shitting on Hulk Hogan.
Wow, that's weird. That's a fetish.
No,
That is
I
a
meant
weird
like
fetish.
bashing him. You know what? I'm just gonna say playing video games just to shut you both the fuck up. And
Okay, no, that's
Let me
a good
guess.
one.
WWE wrestling.
No,
Oh,
That's a
I think
good
the
one.
wrestling games last number of years have been shit.
shit talking going on open here.
What brings you?
No, you started it when you said you had to shit like 15
Yeah.
minutes ago.
Yeah, I think I said poop.
I don't
All right.
care.
If you could, if you could solve a problem
Oh
in the
God.
world, what would it be?
I got a problem.
You got to poop.
No, I do.
He knows how to solve that problem.
Yeah, a few feet away. I got handles too.
What?
Yeah, I live in an apartment complex that has handles and pull cords in case I have an emergency.
That's wonderful. We
yeah,
talked
well, I
about
am
adult
disabled.
diapers.
I
We
don't.
talked
I
about
don't go
adult
there yet.
diapers in episode 1.
Yeah, I'm not wearing those suckers yet.
I need to go back and watch this episode. I saw part of the last episode, but I have not seen Mondays.
If you could solve a problem, Ben, what would it be?
Yeah, Ben. 4
My
ropes
crippling
instead
debt.
of 3 on a ring.
Your crippling debt?
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good. I thought you would have been a little less selfish and maybe done something for the world, but that's cool.
I was gonna say cancer, but like that's such a basic answer at the same time.
It's a big one, though.
That's true.
You might
It
be
is a
able
big
to,
problem.
if you could solve cancer, you might not have crippling debt. Let's be honest.
Hey, you know, you make a point. Change my answer.
But
There you go.
no, I like the selfishness of your first answer. Shows me who you
You just
really
like
are.
me looking like an asshole. That's what you like.
Shows me who you're like. Oh, I was gonna say cancer, but I went with my own crippling debt first.
Well, if I solve my crippling debt, then I have a better chance of
You know
solving
what?
cancer.
I'm just gonna refer to debt as crippling debt from now on because I think that's such a fucking hilarious term. Hey, how much crippling debt do you have? Oh Lord.
The funny part is like, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, Frankie, answer the question.
What's the question?
If you could solve a problem, what would it be?
People not taking things personal.
So the problem is people taking things personally, and you would remove that.
Yes.
I like
Because
it.
when
I
people
like
take
it
things-
because then you could have a conversation.
Yeah, because when people take shit personally or make assumptions, that's usually what leads into arguments, fights, and debates that aren't pretty.
All debt is crippling. Thank you.
From now on, debt is crippling debt. Period.
Is that a good answer?
Yeah, it's a great answer.
That was a better answer than what I expected. I expected you to say something about hot chicks.
Yeah, I would solve the Pink's bad marriage and give her a good one.
Yeah.
That's what I expected. to be
That's what we
honest.
expected. So for you to say something profound that actually,
You never
Like,
know.
my
She might
expecta-
see this show one time.
I
my
hope she does.
expectations
Dude, if
are
we
in
talk
hell.
about her every episode, there's no way that she doesn't see the show.
Algorithm.
My expectations for whatever comes out of Frankie's mouth are literally in hell. So like, I'm genuinely impressed.
Well, look, here's another one. I'm going to speak for you on this one, Frankie. If Frankie could solve a second problem, it would be all of those tech people that create these AI sex dolls and don't have anyone to test them.
I'm ready.
He would solve that for you.
I'm first in line.
He would be a beta tester.
And that's why the bar for Frankie
Actually,
is an
that
absolute
would make
hell.
you an alpha beta tester
Yes.
of AI.
And they wouldn't
Sex
take
dolls.
anything personally. They would just be
And
happy
see,
with everything.
they
and
would.
serve.
Yeah, you would have solved already the first
Yes.
one.
See? Then I don't have to deal with real women and their
I don't like
emotions
this shift in this topic.
and their nonsense.
All right, let's talk about
They go from 0
Ben.
to angry
Here's
in
the
30
here's the deal,
seconds.
Ben. We normally let our guests off the hook for this segment,
Oh,
so I will let you off the hook if you want to leave. But we have a segment where we talk about history and what happened on January 12th throughout the course of history.
Dang, I wish I was here on January 6th.
We didn't have a show. It was the
Shit.
5th, the 5th, the 7th, the 9th, and now the 12th. But I see where you're going with there, and I don't like it.
That's okay.
So do you want to hang or you want to go?
I'm still here.
All right, Frankie, you ready for some history and then to go poop?
I don't really have to poop. I have to eat, though, soon.
I'll probably. You know what? Yeah, I'm kind of hungry too. All right, let's talk about some history on this day. You don't have to comment on everything, Ben. So kind of just shut up a little bit, if you would, please. I'm just kidding. 1803 on January the 12th, the Senate approves Thomas Jefferson's nomination of James Monroe and Robert Livingston to negotiate the purchase of New Orleans. Do you know who he bought New Orleans from?
France.
Very good.
Wow,
He bought
you
New
are a
Orleans
nerd.
from France. That was on this day, 1803. 1816, France, speaking of the French, year what the French call les incompetents. I still don't know what that means, but it's from Home Alone. If anybody could tell me, that would be fantastic. France boots out the Bonaparte family from France forever. Wow. The fall of Napoleon brought Louis the 16th, I believe, was like, no, get the fuck out of here, dude. So he sentenced the whole Napoleon Bonaparte family, kids, wives, sisters, brothers, all of his immediate family, out of France for good. Not allowed back. Crazy. That happened today in 1816. 1906, the Football Rules Committee legalizes the forward pass. So prior to 1906, it was a handoff or a backwards pitch. Can you imagine football without the forward pass, Frank? And did you know that there was a time where you could not forward pass?
If you watch the Army Navy game every year, you would still think that was illegal.
True story. True story. That's funny, Ben. That was a funny joke.
Yeah.
Frankie has no clue what the hell I'm talking about, but yeah, it was funny.
Les incompetents, though. Incompetent. Yeah, I mean, you're what the French call incompetent, but what's lazy and incompetent, maybe? I don't know.
Oh,
Someone give me the real answer. 1912. And this is kind of like for the homegrown folks. Washta, Iowa records a temperature of minus 47 degrees.
Holy friggin', I thought I was
Fahrenheit.
There.
That's honest. That's a state record. That was on 1912, January 12th in Washta, Iowa. Minus 40. I can't even imagine. Dude, can you imagine if they didn't have like feels like back then? But if they did, there was like probably feels like fucking your balls are gonna fall off.
Dude, that's like booger frozen madness. That's
like you take a piss outside and it freezes all the way up to your dick before you can close your pants. That's how cold that is.
You don't want to go to a Bills game wearing 4 layers because you ain't gonna be able to dig that sucker out to pee. Might as well just pee your pants.
That's right.
Just
1915.
saying.
The U.S. House of Representatives rejects proposal to give women the right to vote. 1915, January 12th.
That's a good day.
Crazy how recent that was.
That's a good day. Frankie, are you going for the ultimate...
No, I thought it was good.
Rejects the proposal for women's right to vote.
No, I meant... I thought you said that they...
I was like, let's make sure they understand what he's saying.
Misunderstood.
No, it's like you ever watch Saved by the Bell?
I'll rate on my own parade.
You always watch Saved by the Bell where Zach's like, time out. I'd be like, Frankie, did you hear what I said? I said, rejected the proposal. All right, he's not that sexist, guys.
No,
come on.
Not
Yet.
All right, 1939. Timely, Timely Comics is founded by American publisher Martin Goodman in New York. You're like, who gives a shit? That's Marvel Comics, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
It went on to become Marvel Comics. That was 1939. So, like, that year was like Superman. Like, or that was
Sweet.
DC, but that year was like all the big shit started happening. Stan Lee was one of the first people that they hired. Incompetente. Here, I'll just let people read it because I don't like to read that much. All right. My next point of contention would be 1946. NFL champions, the Cleveland Rams owner announces that he wants to move the team to LA.
He may have got his wish.
The reason he moved the team to LA was he didn't want to have to compete directly with the incoming Browns.
Who would later move to Baltimore and become the Ravens.
They were part of the AAFC. Which I think is
Alcoholics Anonymous football group.
African American Football Conference.
No. No, I feel like an asshole.
Yeah, you should. You guys know Gandhi? Mahatma Gandhi?
Oh my goodness gracious! Yes.
1948.
Maybe don't do that.
What?
We're gonna get canceled. We're gonna get canceled so hard.
Why?
Do you
This
want
show's so fucking screwed.
Oh my god! No, no cancel.
No.
If we get canceled, that'd be very.
Oh, it was fun while it lasted, guys.
For the record, I don't approve of any of this.
That's fine. You said
Listen
you would
here,
sit
you dumb asshole. Shut
You
the
said
fuck
you would
up.
be here through it. Gandhi.
I shouldn't have been.
1948. Gandhi begins his final fast, and if you are not aware with that, anytime Gandhi wanted something done, he would just go on a hunger strike
Oh,
until somebody caved and gave him his way. 1966, guys. January 12th. Batman with Adam West, Burt Ward as Robin, and Cesar Romero as the Joker debuted on ABC.
sweet.
Did you ever watch that?
No,
Adam West Batman?
no.
There's a Batman movie where in one of the very first scenes, they're in the ocean on the Batcopter and they're hanging off a ladder, and they get pulled out of the water and there's a shark hanging off of them. And Robin looks up and he goes, "Batman, get out the bat shark repellent." So Batman reaches in his fucking belt, pulls out a little tube of what says bat shark repellent,
That's awesome.
sprays the shark in the face, and the shark drops into the water.
Batshit crazy repellent.
It's one of the
That's what I
greatest.
should design.
It's one of the greatest. I should have got a photo of it to put up.
Oh, you should have.
Amazing.
Frankie?
Okay,
What?
this is a good one. This is one I'm going to dive into a little bit. 1967, Muhammad Ali, the draft board refused his exemption, requesting to be exempt from the draft. Now, he refused to go to Vietnam because he was Muslim, and he was vehemently opposed to the war. So he refused to go when he was drafted. And he was convicted of draft evasion, which stripped him of all of his titles.
Yep.
And he was convicted, but it was actually ultimately overturned in 1971 by the Supreme Court. So his legendary status was reinstated, and he never did serve this country, and he probably was totally cool with that. He was not on board with the way that America was being run at that point. So that's a little piece of history for you.
Sweet.
We already talked about the Jets on this day won the Super Bowl III. Joe Namath. Don't get used to that, Jets fans. You're probably never going to hear that again, and I mean that with the entirety of my
Certainly not in January, because the Super Bowl feels like it gets later every year.
being. Yeah, it's like February 18th this year or some shit like that. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Actually, it's Valentine's Day this year.
Is it?
How cute.
That's going to be great.
Relationships are going to end.
That's right. 1971. Now, we recently lost Rob Reiner to tragedy. And whatever your thoughts were on Rob Reiner, he was part of a show called All in the Family on CBS. And it actually debuted. That show, All in the Family, debuted on January 12th, 1971. Frankie, you know what's significant about that show and the debut of that show? It featured the first ever toilet flush on television.
That's all. You know, I always wondered that.
It always comes up. What was the first toilet flush on TV?
I always wondered if people ever pooped in these shows.
Yeah, there you go.
And why their
People are like-
couches were always in the middle and not against the wall. And like, because every place I've ever lived, my couch is against the wall, not in the middle of my living room. I was always
Same
sort of
here.
jealous.
Yeah, honestly. And then, like, before that, they weren't, like, you wouldn't see a bathroom on Happy Days.
No. Hey, no.
Or the Andy
What if
Griffith
the
show.
Fonz, what if they just had a scene where the Fonz was like, I got to take a poop. And then
That'd
he
be
just,
sweet. Hey, you guys can shoot.
they didn't swear on Happy Days, though.
They should have. They should
You're
come
right.
up with a new version of Happy Days.
Crappy
Were they
days.
cuss?
Yeah, crappy.
Were they cuss?
Crappy days.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, 1991.
Oh, it's getting
Guys.
sooner.
U.S. Congress gives George H.W. Bush the authority to wage war against Iraq.
Not gonna do it. Not
You know, I brought
gonna
that
do
one
it.
up, right? Because this was actually the legal way to go about waging war, was to go through Congress. But I digress.
Okay.
And then 1995, we talked about this, and this is what I wanted to end the show with. Ultimately, we got about 5 minutes left. Where were you guys during the O.J. Simpson trial? Do you remember this?
I do.
Because on January 12th, 1995, O.J. Simpson's trial for the murder of Ron Goldman and Nicole Brown Simpson began
I was 4 years from birth.
in L.A. Okay, so you've been removed from the equation.
Yeah.
Do you know any of the history of this, Ben?
I've watched like 2 documentaries on it. I hate
You should
OJ.
watch the whole trial.
He was guilty of sin.
Frankie, I remember specifically. I was in class. I was like probably a sophomore in high school, maybe a freshman in high school. I
No,
was a
if you're
sophomore.
the same age as me, we were in middle school because high school was 92 to 96 for us.
I graduated in '97.
Okay, so then even
95, I would have been a sophomore. 96 junior, 97 senior.
Huh.
Right?
so
It's
you're
possible your
younger than me.
birthdays fell weird, so you could be a grade.
I was the oldest person in my class. I will say that. So,
Okay.
but anywho, I was in class, and this is actually what made me want to pursue law. Was this case?
Was it
I
Marsha
remember
Clark
sitting-
and her amazing perm?
I remember sitting in class when this shit came through, and I was like, "This is unbelievable." This I was floored. I was like, "How did we watch all that?" And he walks free. At that point, I didn't understand. Like, hey, you can think that that person's guilty all that you want, but it was not proven beyond a reasonable doubt for
The
these
glove didn't
jurors.
fit. You must have quit.
For these jurors, and I guess
Fun fact: that case pretty much ruined Marsha Clark's law career.
You know what? I think she's more beautiful now than she was then.
She's on TV now.
Yeah, she aged well.
That's
Not that
fascinating.
that has anything to do with it.
Oh my god, I have to end the show with this. You guys, I love you all for watching. Thank you. And this just came in. I'm going to transfer.
Did Matt LaFleur just get fired?
Did he? Look it up because I want to know.
No.
I wouldn't be surprised.
All right.
That's what I thought he was gonna say.
No. Coming soon. Let me get rid of Ultimate Warrior here. Let me pull up this photo. This is fucking great, guys. This is why I love fans watching. That is Batman. From Batman the movie. Using bat shark repellent
That's awesome.
to drop the shark. To drop the fucking shark from his leg.
Yeah, because
Okay, so-
punching him in the nose doesn't work.
Oh my
I can't
God.
believe I'm saying this to end the show with how we started it. Matt LaFleur, as Damon said earlier, the New York Post is now confirming what Damon said about 3 hours ago.
They're trying to retain him, yeah?
Yeah.
Told you they're not going to fire him.
Well, we were down 10 or 8 coaches, right?
But there was reporting last week that would have indicated otherwise. That's why I said
dude,
that.
there's reports that say that Tomlin's gone if he loses.
There's been reports for 5 years that says McDermott's going to be gone, and he's still here in 9 consecutive years in the playoffs.
Yeah, but I don't believe any of that shit. There was like believable stuff with LaFleur.
Yeah, fake news.
I remember the trial quite well. Was out of town, just out of college, testifying for the first time as an expert witness. Not, to clarify, not for this trial. But guys, Ben, Shrewsbury, we made it through the gauntlet of this show.
Thanks, Ben.
You hung with us.
I was
the
here
whole
for
way.
3 hours.
And thank you. We did it. We did it, buddy. This is 4 shows in. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling good, man. Feel like
You want to take us out, Frankie? Tell everybody what to do.
Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment. And we got one more comment that just rolled in. We can go ahead and address that before we peace out. But show up here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday and Wednesdays, 12 p.m. Central Time. And Fridays will be prime time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time.
Fucking bullshit right there. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Thank Ben for being here. No,
Thanks,
I don't
Ben.
hate you, Ben.
We'll have you back, Ben, if you don't mind.
Whatever.
Okay, everybody, have a good day.